to the channel. Turn on the notifications bell. Let's go.
They do.
What's the score gonna be? What the score gonna be?
You ain't gonna win, bro. 21-50. 21-50.
Hey, what the score gonna be?
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna say 30-17. Let's go, King.
What you got?
We got 48-32 Kings, baby.
All right. What's the score?
What you gonna do? 27-14 Kings.
What is it?
27-14.
One more time.
27-14. We're finally gonna stop that UNC offense, bro.
All right.
Somebody gotta stop that shit, and we're gonna stop it.
All right.
You heard me?
All right.
Yeah.
400 down, bitch, you was just saying.
Granddaddy right there. He take place. That's the granddaddy. That's the old one. You got a family out there. That's 20-10.
Say it again.
20-10.
20-10. Okay. That's the family over there. Right? We all family over there, baby. Hey, what's score gonna be?
35-3.
35-3. All right. Let me see. What the hell is this? There you go. Arroz con pollo. One more time. Arroz con pollo. Rice and chicken, baby. Woo.
Chef Burt.
Chef, what the score gonna be, Chef?
20-0.
What's the score gonna be?
You see it? Jonathan Velma, Ed Reed, Sean Taylor. Huh? Not bad. More important. Willis McGahee. Andre Johnson, man.
We got to upgrade it, right?
You already know, man. Today, I'm saying 35-27. Kings.
Okay.
You know what time it is?
Yo, what the score gonna be, man?
Hey, shit. Kings by 14. That's all I gotta say.
All right.
Pick up the people there. You already know it.
UNC over Miami, 38-21.
Route 45-10. Fuck you, man.
1, 2, 3, go!
I like Miami today. I'm going 31-24 Miami.
Okay.
I think TBD is going to have a big game, and they're going to get it done. And, our defense is going to take care of Drake May and the Tar Heel offense. Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir.
32-15, let's go.
32-15, all right, bet. Yes, sir. What score gonna be?
35-21.
35-21. Oh,
I called.
what's going on, man?
What's going on, dog?
What's score gonna be, man?
I just came from my son's game over here.
What's
Kaiser beat St. Thomas, baby.
Oh yeah. What's the score though? What's the score gonna be
Tonight,
today?
it's going to be a close game. It's going to come down to a field goal. 28-27, Miami.
All right, man. What's good, man? Hey, what you think the score gonna be, my guy?
32-0.
32-0. Hey, I'll take that. Hey, you raised them right, man.
You already know. Game for life, baby. Game for life.
All right, mama. Hey, what the score gonna be, man?
35-21.
35-21. Let me see the hat.
You already know what represents, baby. All
Hey,
about you, baby.
That's that breast cancer awareness, man. Mommy handing out them breast cancer awareness.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir.
The gods have yet to make a man who lacks the patience for absolute power.
Coming back, man.
What happened? What happened?
We coming back second half. We gonna win this game. Let's
You like,
go.
you like the fight? You like the fight?
Hell yeah. Hammer, gang. Let's go, man.
Yo, man. So what you expecting in the second half?
I feel like we gonna bring that energy. You know, the fans they bringing that energy this game. I can tell the difference. So if they keep on bringing the energy, I feel like we'll be able to bring it out, come out on top.
All right, bet. So what do you think Miami got to do in the second half?
Clamp down on defense, bro. Clamp down on defense. Offense is doing all right, man.
What you think about the fight? They putting up a fight today?
They're putting up a fight. That's how you finish a half, man.
All right. Well, so what they got to do in the second half?
Listen, man. At the end of the day, it's simple. Make sure you make adjustments. Players, stop fighting the coaches. Be coachable. That's it. Josh Gators, I love the way you made adjustments. We couldn't run the ball. You made adjustments, and you did what you had to do. I just want to see us fight. I don't want to see us lay down like we've done in the past. I want to see us right here, T2Y. T2Y right here, bro.
Hey, what you think they got to do in the second half?
Hey, we about to take over, bro.
About to take over?
About to take over, man.
I feel it.
TVD about to take over, bro.
All right. Hey, boss. Hey, what they got to do in the second half?
They just got to turn up, dog. Hey, TVD been playing good all game. He just got to keep doing his thing. Tight end's been coming clutch. Just got to make the passes, and our receivers got to make the catch.
I know you love Jake, but hey,
Me too. I love Jake. I'm telling Jake, get him in there.
Hey, he turned up. She don't want to be in it? All right. What do you think they got to do in the second half?
Gotta run the fucking ball.
Run the ball?
Run the ball.
All right, bet.
It's all about you.
Yes, sir. Throw up at you one time, man.
Okay.
Throw up to you one time. Yeah. Oh, man. What's good? What they got to do in the second half, man?
Van Dyke got to tighten up.
Line up.
Defense got to tighten up. We in there. The defense get some pressure on that quarterback. We win. Simple.
That defense line
Put
got to
some
get
pressure on the
involved.
quarterback.
All right.
Good to see you, baby.
Yo, boss. Nice to meet you, man.
Appreciate it, man. No problem.
Hurricane T2Y.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate your service, man.
No problem, man.
All right, boss. Yo,
TTY, make sure you
I'm
follow
here.
that brother.
I'm here with my boy Miles New Young, son. What's going on, man?
Hey, just hanging in there, brother. Trying to get this win out. He's been on the practice squad doing his thing, trying to make him better. We got to get it done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, boss.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hammer,
Name.
A heartfelt loss. How you feeling right now?
I'm very upset. The defense showed up when they needed to show up, but on the more important plays, we couldn't get it done. And Dyke played much better than he has in the past this season, and I'm not so sure how long that will last, but I hope it lasts longer than it was.
Hey, it's Adam from StreamYard. We have an exciting new feature to announce called Green Room, which is
Yo. What's going on, everybody? What's good? Before we get this thing started, make sure you guys hit the like button. Hit the like button. That's the best way to support the channel, by hitting the like button. It lets other people know that we're on live, so they can come on in, join the show, join in on the conversation, and so forth and so forth. Also, you can hit the donation button. That's the cash button on the comment section or whatever. You can also see the Cash App and the PayPal on the bottom. But with all that being said, let's get into today's show. Basically, as you guys know, every Saturday, college football plays. Well, not every Saturday, football season. And on Sundays, we review and evaluate all the games, and we make predictions for the next week. So basically, previews and predictions. Also, being that I am a Miami Hurricane fan, we like to dissect what happened to the Miami Hurricanes first, and then we move on to the next couple teams or whatever. So I'm gonna pull up the visuals basically for the Miami Hurricanes versus the North Carolina Tar Heels. So as you guys know already, I don't even need to say it, but Miami lost that game. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some. And unfortunately for us, in the last 4 weeks, we've taken 3 L's, 3 back-to-back L's. Texas A&M, Middle Tennessee, and now North Carolina. Hard-fought game, but nonetheless, we lost in the end. Got to move on to next week, which is Virginia Tech at Virginia Tech. So Miami, from what I'm understanding, isn't a full rebuild right now. It is what it is. I mean, we had some expectations as fans, but at the end of the day, you got to call it as you see it. We don't have the pieces. We got a new coaching staff, and so forth and so forth. I could sit here and make all the excuses for you guys, but I'm pretty sure some of you guys don't really want to hear it. You saw what you saw. You believe what you believe. Some of you guys are also pointing out some blames here and there. Blame this guy, blame that guy, blame this coach, blame that coach. And hey, it comes with the territory of football. I think that's one of the things that make college football so, important, and I think way better than, the professional sports, the NFL. But like I said, you win some and you lose some. Miami lost, so we're going to talk about it. If Miami won, we'll talk about it the same way. But North Carolina came to town. Now, a significant video is flying around Twitter. Of course, former Miami Hurricane, which is Corey Gaynor, was a center here, transferred to North Carolina. And, of course, in typical Mac Brown fashion, after the loss, in the locker rooms, they're celebrating. And who does he hand the game ball to? None other than Corey Gaynor. That's Matt Brown being Matt Brown, the troll that he is. I found it very significant that, Corey Gaynor transferred to Miami, and he's all of a sudden the center of this celebration. But it is what it is. Congratulations, North Carolina Tar Heels. You won. Good luck. Now, the question is for the Miami Hurricane, where do we go from here? A couple injuries happened during the game to the offensive line. Hopefully we'll find out, more details on that during the week, or whenever Mario decides to, give us the details on that. So Drake May versus Tyler Van Dyke. Similar numbers, but Tyler Van Dyke went over the edge on this one. A different Tyler Van Dyke than we've seen the past couple of weeks. Now, there was some issues with the drops, and there was some issues with the turnovers. But at the end of the day, Tyler Van Dyke's performance stands alone. He did a tremendous job yesterday, 42 for 57. So 42 for 57, 496 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. We're also going to get into, the dynamics of that game pretty soon, but let's just run through these. Stats. On the other hand, you have Drake Mayo, or May. I keep calling him Man Mayo. 19 for 28, 309 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. So not too bad of a day for him, but nonetheless, if you had to compare quarterbacks in that game, I think you would most likely go with Tyler Van Dyke. Running the ball, Miami couldn't get the run game established for nothing in the world. North Carolina, they handled business. It is what it is. Henry Parrish, 11 carries for 19 yards. Running back issues, of course, you guys seen the fumble by Rooster. If you guys don't know who Rooster is, Rooster is Jalen Knighton, number 4. So kind of crucial towards the fourth quarter. Fumble gave back North Carolina the ball. Game could have been a different outcome, but it is what it is. We don't go off of coulda, shoulda, woulda. At the end of the day, the results are what they are. Catches. One of their receivers, Jones, 2 receptions for 80 yards, 1 touchdown. Now, Mallory, on the other hand, for the Miami Hurricanes, had tremendous game. You got to give it to him. Some key drops, some key issues, but nonetheless still had a good game. 8 receptions, 115 yards. Now, if you look at the stats from this game, Miami's in favor in all of them except for turnovers. We both had 2 turnovers each. Miami caught 2 interceptions. Of course, Tyler Van Dyke threw the interception on the last play of the Miami Hurricane drive, try to win it. And, 2 interceptions. See, we got Coach Hayes in the building. Coach Hayes, what's going on with you? What's good, boss? Yes, sir. Hit that like button for T2Y. Keep putting in that hard work. Go Canes. Appreciate you, boss. Appreciate that. Also, guys, if you're not subscribed, make sure you go on over to Coach Hayes Football and subscribe. Break down film, give you reviews of, recruits film, does live shows, everything. So make sure you guys go subscribe over there too. So 538 yards. 538 yards. That's how much Miami put in. Versus on the other hand, you have North Carolina with 470. Time of possession, North Carolina 31 and 14. And then you have, Miami with the 28 and 46. First downs, Miami had eight more first downs than North Carolina, 30 to 22. So if you look at the stats and everything like that, then, this game favors Miami, which has kind of been a problem lately. We win in the stats, but we lose on the scoreboard, if that makes sense to you guys. Now, I must admit, Josh Gattis, I've been paying attention to him in the red zone a lot lately, seeing that, we tend to settle for field goals or we tend to get down in those areas and can't score. Now, whether you guys want to put the blame on Josh Gattis or you want to put it on the players or whoever you want to put it on, that's all up to you. That's not really what I'm here to do today. But nonetheless, the atmosphere, it was supposed to rain. It did rain a couple times, but it wasn't that terrible. It was a great atmosphere. A lot of people there. Ran into a lot of former Canes. They're always at the game. So if you're one of those people that want to meet all the former Canes or meet some of the former players that you used to root and cheer for, you know, come out to the games. Come out to the game. Come watch the game. Come watch it in person. Sure. Then if you run into me, just say what up. You might end up in the video. Everybody that I run into, I ask them, of course, I ask them for permission if they want to be on the video, and they say yes, boom, put you on the video. But great atmosphere. Tailgating, bumping, you know, pretty women everywhere. For those of you guys that care about that kind of stuff, you know, hopefully you're not married or anything like that. But yeah, great atmosphere, man. But turns out we lost. You gotta take it on the chin. Now, with all that being said about Miami, let's get into the depth of this show, which is basically checking out the rest of the games. What happened over the weekend? So, as of course, I'm gonna put the link in the chat for anybody that wants to join in and, you know, talk about these games and everything like that. Give their thoughts and opinion. You're more than welcome to. I will put the link in the chat so you guys can come on in and join in on the conversation, join in on the show, have your input. My opinions are not, you know, factual for everybody, so it is what it is. So if I say this team sucks or that team sucks, you can more than likely come in here and tell me otherwise. We could debate on all that. Also, I must address this one more time for everybody for you guys to understand this fully. When Miami lose, the content on this channel still goes on. So when Miami lose, I'm going to take it on the chin. Yeah, we lost. Yeah. Okay, go ahead and do your trolling. I do it all year. It is what it is. If you can dish it, you can take it. That does not stop me from dropping videos on Florida State and Florida. So when you come in the comment sections and you say, but Miami lost, and you're still talking bad about this team and that team, I don't care. There's fans on the channel that watches the show and watches the video for that particular content. So I must provide what they're looking for. I must give them what they subscribe for. So just because Miami lose, I will still address a Florida State loss. I still will troll them just the same as if it had nothing to do with Miami. That's just a whole different dynamic of my content. I'm trying to cover my Hurricanes, but at the same time, I'm trying to implement Florida State and Florida Gators videos. Those are the three main teams in Florida. Plus, it's a lot easier for me to keep up with those three teams than to venture out into the whole college football, which is pretty hard to do. Nonetheless, Miami lost. It is what it is. Gators won, struggle winning. That's why I dropped the video on them. Florida State lost, dropped the video on them too. It is what it is. Now, if you're a fan that don't care about those other teams, you don't have to watch those videos. I totally understand. But for those of you that do care about their content and do like their content, that is for you. All right, so Bergie, what's going on with you, boss?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
All right. Totally not depressed. What's going on with you?
Hey, I'm good, man. Had a good weekend.
All right, so let's dive into this. Texas A&M versus Alabama. Now, before this game actually, played, before the season actually started, there was some controversy between Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher. As you guys know, you paid for that class. And then you don't want to talk about paying for nothing because I know where the skeletons are buried, the back and forth between the two.
Right.
Most anticipated game of the year until Texas A&M took a couple losses. Once App State beat them, it was like, okay, that's done with. Nobody takes Texas A&M serious no more. And
and speaking of App State, they lost to a Texas team.
Yeah, so this game here, coming into the season,
Texas State on Saturday.
So coming into the season, Alabama came in ranked number one, still ranked. Well, they're not ranked number one now, as of right now. But Texas A&M, after losing a couple games, they dropped out of the rankings, making this game a little bit one-sided and a little bit less significant.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm not sure if anybody predicted Texas A&M to win this game.
Nope.
After watching their offense perform the way that they did. But I'm pretty sure nobody predicted that it would be this close of a game.
Nope.
Before knowing that Bryce Young was not going to be playing.
No, I thought they would get smashed out. I even said that on the show the other day. I said I thought they would get smashed, and they played good. I mean, Ohio State.
Oh, yeah.
It's either Ohio State or Georgia. I'm sorry.
Number one, because Georgia struggled when they were number one. Now Alabama's struggling.
Well, since we're talking about the ranking, let me go ahead and pull that up so we could dissect that first and then get into the.
I'm pretty sure it's Ohio State.
This week.
Yeah, so I did see the shake up in the rankings. All right, so
it's Georgia.
Look who they put at number 25.
Georgia goes up to number 1. Ohio State number 2, and Alabama dropped 2 spots down to number 3. Clemson is at number 4. Michigan dropped 1 spot down to number 5. Tennessee is number 6 in the country. USC is 7. USC actually dropped the spot because Tennessee kind of did a thing or two on LSU. But Oklahoma State number 8. Ole Miss stays at 9, and Penn State stays at 10.
Ole Miss is undefeated still, man. That's crazy, dude. Lane Kiffin is killing it out there.
6-0. UCLA number 11. Oregon number 12.
Yeah, that's surprising.
TCU moves up 4 spots after beating Kansas to number 13. Wake Forest moves up a spot to 14. NC State dropped the spot after beating Florida State. Mississippi State up 7 spots to number 16. Kansas State up 3 spots, 17. 18 is Syracuse, 5-0. Moved up 4 spots.
Syracuse is, I don't know where that came from, but they're doing good.
Yeah.
Who's that? Dino Barbers is their head coach still, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kansas stays at 19 after the loss. 20 is Utah. Utah dropped 9 spots. And Cincinnati is number 21. They moved up 3 spots. Kentucky dropped down 9 spots to 22. Texas is still number 23 after not ranked.
Texas,
Illinois is in the top 25.
That was a complete. That was a drive-by shooting what they did to Oklahoma.
That was a monster of a game.
That was disgusting. Jesus.
Illinois is at 24, and James Madison.
James Madison.
5-0.
James Madison.
The new bloods.
Is 25 in the country. So for those of you guys that didn't know, the college football AP poll has updated.
That's my new favorite team in the world, the mighty James Madison.
We're coming for you.
All right, so let's dissect some more of these games. We got Brock in the building. He's an Alabama fan. So, Brock, what did you see from Alabama yesterday that was very troublesome for you?
Well, for one, our quarterback, Jalen Miro, decides to hold the ball in one hand and they just punch it out 3 or 4 different times. He fumbles the ball. Just awful. My opinion, if Bryce don't come back, we lose to Tennessee. So that's all I'm saying.
I don't know about that. I'll agree. Jalen made some mistakes, but it's nothing that can't be corrected.
Yeah, I got a question though. We intercepted the ball. Battle intercepted the ball, and they called a brutal play call, a penalty on Alabama at the end of the game. And Texas A&M was on the 2-yard line. They threw it to the side to Evan Stewart, and the throw was terrible. He didn't catch the ball. He wasn't going to catch it anyway. But
even if he would have caught it, he wouldn't have gotten the end zone. Even if he would have caught it, he wouldn't have gotten the end zone.
What was the call? This is what I'm trying to understand. What was the call on our defense when Jordan Battle intercepted the ball, and then they gave them a first down? That's
they
what
called pass interference. They called pass interference.
That was not pass interference. He didn't even
my
touch
Falcons just got cheated. My Falcons just got cheated. My Falcons just sacked Tom Brady, and they call roughing the passer. Apparently, you can't tackle Tom Brady anymore.
No, you can't.
You gotta understand. Tom Brady is going through a lot right now. You gotta let that one go.
Yeah, they cost us
My
the game.
takeaway from this game, our defense is elite and should be number one, and we got the biggest stop probably of the season right there. I mean, that was crucial. It was literally crucial.
Look, everybody has an off game. You know, and Alabama had an off game. I mean, you could say that Texas A&M played the game of a lifetime, or you can say Alabama played down to their level. Any way you look at it, it's just one of them weeks.
I knew this game was gonna be close because when you make mistakes after mistakes, bro, and you hold the ball in one hand like Donnie Manziel did. I mean, this dude Milroe you gotta tuck the ball, bro. And
I understand.
Texas A&M defense was just laughing because they were just knocking the ball out of his hand.
Right, but they still won though. So I mean, at least you got the W. So
man, I don't care. That they should have never been close to beating Alabama.
Well, I'll take a sloppy win over a disappointing loss any day. So I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, their offense was trash anyways. Our defense fucking swarmed. We got like probably 3 or 4 sacks. I mean, Dallas Turner had 2. I know Will Anderson had 1 or 2. Our defense is really good this year.
Yeah. Alabama's always going to be Alabama. That's why I said you got to wonder, did they just play down at Texas A&M's level? And if that's the case, it happens. Everybody has a game like that. I mean, it's hard to be completely perfect all year long.
But this is why we need Bryce Young back. You throw the fucking ball into double coverage, Milroe. What the fuck are you doing, bro?
He's a redshirt freshman trying to get his head straight, and they got to work on him.
Freshman.
I mean, Bryce.
Hold on a second.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
Hold on a second. Hey, Brock.
Yeah.
When you was a child, you ate a lot of soap, right?
I ate a lot of what?
Soap. You ate a lot of soap.
Oh man, I cursed all my life ever since I was fucking 4 or 5 years old.
You've been cursing this long?
Yes. I grew up cursing out of my mama's womb, cussing.
Yeah, you want to be down on the cursing because there's a lot of kids that actually do watch the channel. There's a lot of parents that let their kids watch the channel. So
well, I'm sorry because I'm just frustrated, bro. Like, this
6-0 right now.
Bro.
What?
Hey, Bergie. Now he see how we feel.
No, I mean, bro, this is my thing. You know damn well you don't. I don't care if you're a true freshman, true booty freshman. Okay, you don't throw into double coverage, bro. Come on, bro. Our receivers are not as good as last year. So
it happens.
I mean, the freaking
it happens though. I mean,
Georgia,
this is
he just sit there on the ground. Jermaine Burton sit there and let the ball get picked off. He let the ball get picked off.
You're telling me that Alabama is actually human.
Oh, that got proved on January 10th.
All right. Well, enough about this Alabama. Enough about this Alabama shenanigans.
Someone's just got to poke him a little bit, man.
We proved they could bleed on January 10th.
Oh, that's messed up, man.
Now, speaking of Georgia whooping the brakes off of Alabama in the
But
national championship.
can you continue it?
Let's transition from that into Georgia versus Auburn. 42-10, total demolish.
Yeah, Georgia looks good, man. Georgia looks real good.
Was Georgia
not throwing the ball? They don't. Not throwing the ball. They ran the ball the whole game.
We had a touchdown get called back too. We had a touchdown get called back on a flag on a phantom holding call.
Okay, Deion. Okay, Deion Sanders trying to run up the score. I see.
So easily could have been.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It could have been 49-10, but
until they fire Brian Harsin, their program is not gonna fucking win another game.
Shout out to Brian Harsin, man. I appreciate you doing that fake punt, man, that led us back in the game so we could just take over, man. I appreciate it.
And you know what? Kirby Smart just said we're gonna run the ball down your fucking throat. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, we had about 300 yards rushing and 200 yards passing. Shout out to Stetson
I
with
mean,
the
y'all didn't have to
64-yard
fucking
run.
throw the ball. Y'all can just run the ball on them. Their defense is fucking ferocious. They're fucking sorry ass fucking team.
Atrocious.
But yeah, shout out to Stetson, man. Stetson looked like he run about a 4.5, 4.6. You know, he took off for a 64-yard run.
Stetson is my favorite quarterback in the country right now.
Yeah, what was Stetson Bennett's numbers in that game?
A lot.
Like 22 out of 33 for 200 yards.
How many touchdowns?
He didn't throw a touchdown. Nah, he didn't throw a touchdown. He didn't
He
have
has
to.
5 throwing touchdowns this year. And
Yeah,
he has
we got-
probably like
He don't need
1,800
to
yards.
We got 4 NFL running backs on our roster. We don't have to throw touchdowns. We just hand it off.
I kind of remember hearing somebody say they got a 3-headed monster at running back. Wasn't that Florida State? What happened to that?
Yeah, man. Shout out to FSU. It was 17-3, and then they lost 19-17.
Yeah,
shout out to FSU.
So you saying that Georgia got 4, not 3, but not 3, but 4 running quarterbacks.
It was 1 point away from 2017. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, we got 4 NFL running backs on our roster right now.
Okay, just checking.
I'm just saying, if you play Tennessee, this goes for Alabama and Georgia. If when we play Tennessee, we better be ready, bro, because Tennessee is the team to beat this year. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
Nah, Tennessee's trash, man. Tennessee's trash.
Okay, well, since we all know that Stetson Bennett can't throw no touchdowns, let's talk about a quarterback that can in C.J. Stroud, who put up 6 touchdowns this weekend on Michigan State.
Oh,
man. 20 points is too many for, Ohio State against Michigan
That's the
State.
Heisman Trophy winner right there, man. C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
Is he really running away with it?
Yeah, it's over, man.
No.
I think
we gotta wait and see.
I've been hearing some hand and hooking now.
Yep.
Nobody plays defense up there, man. Nobody plays defense.
See, that's the thing.
The best defense Hooker has played has been Florida's defense, and they didn't play defense at all.
If there's one thing Ohio State is good at, it's coaching quarterbacks.
One thing Ohio State
Tennessee has
getting
no defense. Tennessee
solid
has no
recruiting
defense. And when they play Alabama or Georgia, they're gonna get the fucking ball ran on them like crazy. Cause they don't even have to.
No, you said the same thing about Oregon. You said Oregon was gonna run the ball down our throat, and they had like 60 rushing yards. I screenshotted the comment.
But I said,
I got receipts.
Y'all didn't.
I got
Look, bro.
receipts.
Let me talk, bro. All right, let me talk. Y'all didn't get off. Y'all's defense was on the field on 3rd down too much. That's all I said.
No, I screenshot the comment in KB's post where Brock RTR said, "Oh, Kirby said their defense looked bad in practice. Oregon's going to run the ball down their throat." That's exactly what you commented.
I mean, they did run the ball on y'all. They still ran the ball.
They had 60 yards rushing, man.
Okay, but they still ran the ball. They still had success.
Come on, man. Just admit that you were wrong, man.
Oh, God, let it go, man.
All right,
We beat them 49
you
to
bringing
3,
up
man.
the pass, bro. How much pass you want to talk about?
All right, so Michigan, man. Michigan number 4 in the country, 31-10
how much
over,
pass you want to talk about, bro?
Indiana. Michigan beat Indiana 31-10. Was anybody paying attention to that one?
It was expected.
All right, so is it now? They did win this game, but they actually dropped in the rankings from number 4
Because they beat Indiana. I mean, it's a game that nobody really paid attention to, to be honest with you. It's not like a big game.
Does it say a lot when you beat a team by 21 and you still drop in the rankings?
Well, it's just the quality of the opponent during the time of what other teams were playing and what they did. I mean, it just happens that way during the season. everybody knows that Michigan's big game every year is Ohio State and only Ohio State. And if they get by Ohio State, okay, they have a monumental season. If they don't, then it all goes for naught.
Yep.
All right.
And that's basically what it is.
Now, the team that jumped them is Clemson. Clemson played Boston College, beat them 31-3. So I guess 31-3 is better than 31-10. So they swapped places in the rankings.
Shout out to the Taters, man.
Now,
Clemson looks good right now.
Yep.
Is DJ Uiagalelei, or whatever, however you want to pronounce his name, is he coming alive?
Yep.
I think he is, man.
Is all the Klubnik chatter, is all that gone now?
I don't know about it'll come back once TJ has another bad game, but while they're rolling the way they are, what is there to talk about? I mean, it's just TJ's actually doing very well right now. I'm not saying he's he's All-American, but he's doing very well right now. They're undefeated. I'm sorry, not undefeated. But they're just, they're rolling.
Okay, so I got a Buckeyes here. It says, am I dropped due to struggling against Indy? Beating the team by 21, is that what we call struggling nowadays?
No, but again, it's the quality of the opponent. Indy's not anything
Indiana's
that anybody
trash.
ever. Yeah.
Indiana's trash.
Well, I'm not going to say they're trash. They're just not up there with everybody else. And, it's just one of them games.
Well, they're not a good team. They're not a complete team. That's what I'm saying. They're not.
All right, so you have Washington State lost to USC 30-14. USC over in the Pac-12. First year head coach.
Yep.
Lincoln Riley got a couple transfers in there. One of the best quarterbacks, one of the best wide receivers.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Pac-12. Shout out to Oregon, who still hasn't lost the game since we beat them.
Can USC actually get into the playoffs?
Yes and no. I mean, it depends on where they move to throughout the season. But if they're within the top, say 7, 8, by the time the end of the season rolls around, they got a very good shot of being in there.
Now, this is a great start for Lincoln Riley. I'm seeing a lot of comparisons between Lincoln Riley and Mario's.
There's no comparison. Let me end that right now. There's no comparison. He is a world. It is light years difference in the coaching of Lincoln Riley and Mario Cristobal. It's not Lincoln Riley at this point in career has 61-10, and Mario is 64-63. No comparison.
Now, Bergie, you do know that we have some fans that lack a couple brain cells. So later on in the show, I will pull up a segment from 247 Sports message board where Miami fans are actually comparing Lincoln Riley and Mario.
No comparison. I will fight people. There is no comparison.
Now you got Texas Tech versus number 7 Oklahoma State. They lost that one 41-31. Was anybody surprised at that? Texas Tech, they
didn't follow it.
A couple of key losses. They beat Texas already. Nobody.
Yeah, I didn't follow it. I don't know.
All right, so you got LSU. They made it into the top 25. They took on number 8 Tennessee. Tennessee mollywopped them 13. So
that was expected.
Came out total domination from the beginning to the end.
Yeah, I expected that.
State fans that's
when you
watching,
score 10 points in the first minute of the game, that's when you know it was over.
All the Florida State fans that are watching, is LSU that good now?
No. Well, they're not bad. They're better than FSU. No, I don't know. They're just is what it is right now.
That good.
Kelly's in his first year. He's having a.
They was all hoping that LSU would actually win this game, so it'll make their little 1-point win over them looks a lot better. But it doesn't matter if LSU win when you're losing to NC State. But we're gonna get into that down a little bit further.
I got to give you credit. You said FSU was going to go 0-3 in this next stretch. I said they would go 2-1, and right now they're 0-2. So I am wrong, sir. You are correct, and I bow to you.
I might want to go a little bit further and push. I might want to push the knob a little bit and say 0-4 and add Georgia Tech.
Jesus.
Actually 0-5. Add Miami to that.
No.
I might want to test my luck.
I'm not looking that far ahead. We got Virginia Tech next week.
So you might be onto something.
So how bad was this win? Does the scoreboard actually, dictate what really happened? Was it some bad field position? Was it some turnovers on the wrong point? What happened?
You talking about the FSU game?
No. The Tennessee versus LSU game.
Tennessee just steamrolled them, plain and simple.
LSU turned the ball over and got out of hand crucial.
Right now, Tennessee's just a better team, and they freaking steamrolled them. That's it.
Tennessee special teams got a touchdown.
I did say in the offseason that Tennessee was going to rival Georgia for that SEC East.
They might.
Now, if they can get a win this week and, continue doing what they're doing, I don't know. Now, Georgia's looking a little, they're looking a little vulnerable. I mean, coming off a 42-10 win against what's his name? Against Auburn says it all now. But I think Georgia might be a little vulnerable. I think Tennessee could probably get an upset.
Do they play Georgia in the regular season this year?
Yeah, they play Georgia every season.
What week do they play Georgia? Do you know?
That one I'm not sure.
And is it in Tennessee or is it in Georgia?
They don't play until like the end of their schedule.
Where's Sarge at? Sarge would know this.
I think Sarge fell off.
It's in Georgia.
Oh, we got Slim in the building. Slim, what's going on? We got Henry Lee.
It's in Georgia? Then I'm taking Georgia.
Green ass always talking about another team lost to make his green ass feel better. Oh, you caught on to me. The jig is up. The jig is up. You caught on to me. I'm exposed. I like to talk about other people's team losing to make me feel better about my team.
4K.
No shit, Sherlock. Oh man. Yeah, so I see we got some Georgia fans in there. Oh, vulnerable. They heard me say the word vulnerable. If Georgia is vulnerable, then what is Miami? Right now we suck, sir. We losing games. We rebuilding. Is that what you want to hear? Did I make your day?
Everybody's vulnerable this year.
We lost. There's tons of teams out here losing. Hell, Oklahoma just lost 49-0 to Texas.
To be honest, the SEC is playing like booty.
I told you guys what my name for this season is. Sloppy Toppy. All the top teams are losing. Sloppy Toppy. All the top ones, the toppy teams, they're losing. That's the name of the season. Sloppy Toppy.
Well, I mean, it's still the same group of teams that have been there for the past 7-8 years that are still close to the top right now. I mean, it's not that much has changed, but
I mean, Ole Miss is not losing. Georgia, Alabama. So how can you say that?
They haven't lost yet. It's only 6 games in.
Yeah.
That's half the season.
Every week so far, the top 25 has been juggling.
T2Y. So you're assuming that one of the top teams are going to mess up this year. You're assuming that, right?
I'm not assuming. I know they're going to play each other. They're going to play each other. There can only be one champion at the end of the year.
All right, so you're talking overall. I thought you meant like just a season. That's what I thought.
Listen, some of these teams in this top 25, some of these teams in the top 25 have each other on their schedule. Somebody is going to get exposed by the other.
No.
Some games we're going to go into, this team number 5, this team number 7. Oh, this should be a close game. Oh, damn, we got beat by 40. We're going to find out. All right, so
we'll see.
Ole Miss is 6-0, guys. Oh man, the lane train keep rolling. 52-28 against Vanderbilt. Now,
Vanderbilt was whooping their ass in the first half, and then they came back.
Oh, you mean by 3 points? Yeah, Vandy was beating them by 3 points in the first half, and then they came back and just beat the brakes off of them.
I know that some of the message boards I go on to, all they're talking about is we should have hired Lane.
Speaking of teams
I mean,
putting
yeah,
whoopings on teams
Miami
in the
should have
first
hired
half, but can't score no points in the second half. Marcus, what's going on?
What's going on, G?
Man, what happened in that second half, man? Y'all come out, drop 17, and then drop nothing. What happened?
Just didn't play well. That's all it is.
Is Mike Norvell calling the plays on offense?
Yeah, him and Atkins, yeah.
So it's a combined effort it's a combined losing effort. So wherever Norvell go next, he probably shouldn't take Atkins with him.
Hey, it is what it is. Can't get them all.
Man, it is what it is.
Now let me ask you this: since I made some accusations earlier on about Mike Norvell possibly going to Arizona State at the end of the season, when he loses to Clemson next, it's going to be a 4-3. If he loses to Georgia Tech, if he loses to Miami, how much of a reality is that going to look like?
Hey, I'm glad you said that. So you said we're going to lose the next 5 games. Well, we're going to lose the next 3.
2 out of the next 3 is a definite.
No. Let's go. Hey, I'm finna go out on a limb. If we lose the next 3 games, T2Y, like you just said a minute ago, I will cash up you $100. G shit.
Nah, I ain't making no bets now, but if you want to do that,
say bet. No. You ain't got to pay nothing. I'm down for it. If you lose to Clemson, Georgia Tech, and Miami, that put us at 4-5. I will cash up you $100. G shit.
I don't think Florida State losing to Georgia Tech.
Let me write that down.
I don't know. Georgia Tech's looking pretty good.
Nah. What is that? What time is it? Okay. Boom.
Georgia Tech won again, bro.
They beat Duke.
Duke was good this year.
Oh, man. Duke.
Hey, look, Georgia Tech ain't won games like this in probably 2 or 3 years.
I'm gonna cash up you $100.
Yeah, Jeff Collins isn't at Georgia Tech to hold them back anymore.
All right, so I'm rooting for FSU to lose these next 5 games.
Why root for FSU if they lose these next 3 games? You get $100.
I said lose next 5.
Oh, yeah, he said he's gonna root for them to lose.
Oh, I thought he said he was gonna root.
I need them to lose all 5 in a row.
I think your money's safe. I don't think FSU is beating Georgia Tech. No. I mean, I'm sorry. I said that wrong. I do think FSU is beating Georgia Tech. I said that wrong. I apologize.
Oh yeah, Florida State gonna beat Georgia Tech.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
See, I thought me and Bernie were drinking.
No, T2. Look, man, I love your troll game. This is on point, but I can't back you on that one.
Hey, nobody could have backed me when I said they're going 0-3 now.
No, you're right. Hey, you were right.
Right now, I'm looking like a genius.
You are. You're the smartest man on the planet, as far as I know.
All right. Well, Utah versus UCLA, another top 25.
I got Georgia Tech by 10.
UCLA won 42-32 against Utah. UCLA is 6-0 right now.
Yep.
6-0.
Mm-hmm. Who'd have thought Chip Kelly would have them running like that?
Now, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Both of these teams, USC and UCLA, they're looking great, and they're about to lead the Pac-12. You know what's funny? Both of these
Chip Kelly is the coach.
Apparently so.
Alakazam, you got to kill the background. We can hear the echo.
I tell you, it's amazing what a coach can do if you leave him the fuck alone for 3 or 4 years and let him build his team.
Yeah, Auburn should take notes.
Wait, who's that coach? Who's that coach?
Miami should take notes too.
Hey, shout out to Miami and Tyler Van Dyke. You know what I'm saying? He did a little thing.
He came back. He looked a lot better. Thank God. I mean, I said a couple weeks ago that I wanted to see Garcia.
Even their defense was stepped up in that game. So shout out to Miami. You know?
I said that Garcia should have got the start just based on what we saw. But if Tyler proves himself, then yeah, give it back to him. So obviously, whatever they did with him over the past 2 weeks, it worked because he woke up. So more power to him.
But I think he got too carried away and tried to be, because the game was about to end and he threw an interception. So I was just
that was just gameplay.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought they were gonna run up and spike the ball to stop the clock, not just run a play immediately.
Right, I did too. I said the same thing.
Yeah,
I thought they would spike it, and they didn't.
Yeah, they rushed that play too fast.
In retrospect, they should have. Yeah, I think you're right because they rushed it. That's why it happens.
Yep. I mean,
I'm gonna be honest
spike
with
the
you.
ball and get time. So.
Well, I thought the referee.
It sucks that we lost, but I'm not mad at them.
Well, they came back. They never quit. So that was the good part. At least they fought.
And that freshman y'all got, Young, that wide receiver, he's really good.
Yeah.
Even beyond coming back, they limited the big plays. I mean, overall, with a dangerous offense.
Yep.
Both of the big plays they gave up was just a busted coverage on the safety.
And they was eating that quarterback up. So
I don't want to make any excuses. I don't want to go at the referees, but where was that black in the back or whatever you want to call it?
Oh, that blindside block. I hate that fucking rule. I swear to God.
I watched the replay and I'm like, where? What? How?
It was more the side than a blind side, but it's a stupid rule that they're trying to take all big hits out of the game is what they're trying to do.
It was a bad call at the bad time. I didn't like that either. The one call that really got me was the one right before the end of the game where they called the play dead inbounds. And, they called it dead when he was still moving and it should have been out of bounds. And that's when we had to rush that last play. I was like, man, refs just took that one away from. I mean, I don't want to blame the refs, but it just seemed like they should have just let that play out where he was out of bounds. Instead, they called him dead.
Sometimes these refs will piss you off, bro. Like the calls, bro, are just crucial, man.
And that's where Jimmy Johnson's old saying will ring true forever. Don't leave it in the refs' hands.
Yep. And we had the missed field goal early, and we had the one, the other one that you could look back on is when we were 4th and goal, and we decided to go for it and got stopped instead of taking the 3 points. Now, and I don't want to sit here and say, oh, that 3 points would have won the game or would have tied the game, but it's moments like that you probably should have taken the points there.
There's probably half a dozen plays you can look at to say that if it had gone the other way, they'd have won the game.
Yeah.
All right, so you got Oregon now. 49-22 against Arizona, Mario's former team, sitting at 5-1 after that routed in week 1 against Georgia. 5 straight wins.
Yep. See what happens when you have a good coach.
Another first-year coach, right? Isn't he first-year coach?
If Mario was still there, they would still probably be 5-1 right now.
Maybe. I mean, he's first year, but they're also more talented than we are. I mean, that's just a fact.
That's a fact. All right, we're not gonna linger on that one. South Carolina with the upset. South Carolina Gamecocks with the upset on Kentucky.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming.
24-14, beat them by 10. Woo.
Yep.
Hey, my Cowboys beating up on them Rams in the first quarter. Let's go.
We're watching that right now.
The Cowboys.
And imagine being a Rams fan.
Wait, you said the Rams losing to the Cowboys right now?
Yes, 9-3.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care. We don't care.
You do care. You're a Rams fan.
He does. He's lying. He cares.
Are we talking about the regular season or the playoffs?
The Super Bowl champs have already won their games today. So
Super Bowl champions. Are we
that's
living
right.
in the past?
Nope, Tom Brady and the Super Bowl champs. They've already won their game today.
I see why we get along so well, Slim. We like to live in the past a little bit.
Yeah, LA got
Tom Brady's a crybaby. He always try to get he try to get a lot of flags and shit,
right.
man.
Tom Brady's greatest quarterback ever played. Just stop.
Right,
let's leave
he gets
Tom
a lot
Brady
of rings too.
Yeah, I was gonna say he gets a lot of freaking rings too.
Let's leave Tom Brady alone because right now he don't play for Kentucky or South Carolina.
Nope.
Spencer Rattler.
Spencer Rattler. Looking
numbers.
good.
What? They beat Kentucky?
Yeah.
Now, how much of that game had to do with the fact that Will Levis didn't play?
Honestly, I didn't even watch the game. I couldn't tell
I
you.
didn't care about that game.
But yeah, Will Levis didn't play. And I mean, say what you want, Will Levis is an NFL quarterback. He's a good.
Now, isn't Will Levis the guy that put mayo in his coffee?
I disagree. I think Will Levis is mediocre.
He puts mayonnaise in his coffee? Come on, for real?
Yeah,
you might, but Will Levis is going to be a first or second round pick.
I didn't see the video.
Yeah,
He looked terrible against Ole Miss.
There's a video of him at ACC Media Day where he puts the mayo in his coffee, mixes it up, and actually drinks it on camera.
I drink coffee every day. You're killing me, bro. That's nasty.
I guess it finally caught up to him.
Slim, why do you think he should be a top 1, top 2 draft pick? If
that's where most draft boards have him right now.
Yeah,
but he's not that good. He looked terrible against Ole Miss.
Okay, but all the NFL scouts think he's real good.
Yes. I mean, guess what? There was a whole lot of college fans that thought Josh Allen was terrible. There's a reason he was a first-round pick.
Yep. This is facts.
They must know something we don't.
That's why they're getting paid the money they're getting paid to do it. I mean, I'm not trying to sound mean, but that's why those dudes are getting paid what they're getting paid to make those decisions, because they do know something we don't know.
All right, so if playing in the first half and not showing up in the second half was a person, it would be Florida State. 14, number 14, NC State beats Florida State 19-17. Florida State scored 17 points in the second quarter and never showed up again in that game.
I got a question. Are they legit fixing to go from 4-0 to 4-6?
Absolutely.
God.
4-8.
God.
Oh, that's so
if Florida
bad.
State never win another game for the rest of the season, I can see it.
Well, no, I mean, I had Florida State picked to make a bowl game, and I definitely still think they're going to.
As of right now, you're giving them 2 more wins than I am. Because 6 is the number. 6 is the number to make a bowl game. 6, you got to win 6 games. I don't see them winning no more.
God,
really?
Come on.
They started so well just to finish 4-8.
I think Florida State is just going to tank just so they can get rid of Mike Norvell.
I can see it.
Let me ask you this. No, in all seriousness, how many years does Norvell still have left on his contract? Is he like in the last 2 years? Because he's been there, 3 years now? 3 or 4 years?
They gave him an extension to make his pay even less, his payout even less.
So how many years does he have left?
I think he's going to. I think he's going to be given the time because I believe the Florida State fans had said that there was more problems behind the scenes than what people saw.
Now their AD Stan the fan, he's smart. He gave him an extension to lower his buyout just in case he has to fire him because he knew.
So that was part of it. Is that's for sure that his buyout rate was lowered?
Yeah, it was lowered because he took the extension.
Okay. Then the Arizona State stuff makes a little more sense.
Yes. So now when he tanks the rest of the season and gets that job at Arizona State, Florida State fans going to be coming from him.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, T2Y, you talked it into existence.
Yeah.
Now, I do quite remember Florida State fans coming over here telling me they had 3 Heisman Trophy candidate running backs from week 1 when they played Duquette when all 3 of them had over 100 yards. What happened?
Yeah.
What happened to that?
I never even heard of that team, bro. Like, what the fuck?
What happened, Florida State? I thought y'all had 3 Heisman Trophy winners. What happened to them? Man.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought Florida State was better than what I'm seeing, but
why?
They're better. They are better than I think a lot of people thought they were going to be preseason, but not to the extent that they thought they were.
They're not a threat to nobody, that's for sure.
Aaron Donald just swallowed somebody.
From reading all the fans' comments in my chat, when they was up 4-0, they was all telling me they're going to win the ACC championship. They're going to beat Clemson this year. They're gonna go to the playoffs.
There's a bunch of Tennessee fans think they're going to win something too, but that ain't gonna happen.
And there's
Tennessee's still undefeated, so there's kind of merit to that.
Now the smartest Florida State fan is in the chat right now. He said they was going 15-0. Ain't that right, Middleton?
Well, I mean, there's some merit to it because they're undefeated, but they've still got Georgia and Alabama ahead of them.
They can realistically upset one of them.
They all want Deion Sanders to come in as coach, and all I can say is be careful what you wish for.
Putting in. Wait, what?
No, they can't have Deion as their coach. They can't unburn those jerseys.
Okay. Now, speaking of Deion Sanders, have you guys seen the controversy over the weekend?
Well, he got pushed by whatchamacallit.
Yeah, he got
Eddie Robinson Jr. Well, it was just he gave him a handshake and he was going to do a little chest bump and the dude pushed off of him. That was it. Deion stood there like, what the hell was that about? And then the cops got in between them and that was it. It really wasn't that big a deal.
Bergie, TJ says Aaron Donald swallowed somebody.
He did. If you saw it, he literally, I forgot the quarterback's name for Dallas, but it looked like he ate him.
he said big pause.
If you saw it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He did.
All right, so Wake Forest beats Army 45-10. Nothing to see here. BYU, the bicycle school, lose to Notre Dame 28-20.
BYU.
Is it safe to say BYU doesn't really need to be ranked?
I'm just, it kills me every year that always turns out to be a good game. Because I never really think of BYU as being a really good team, but they always play ND pretty tough.
Isn't what they call this matchup between them two? Isn't it like the church bowl or something?
Yeah. Basically.
BYU and Utah.
It's the Holy War, yeah.
Yeah.
This should be the real Holy War, if you want my opinion.
All right, so Kansas loses to TCU. Kansas actually put up a fight in this game. No. I'm not talking about basketball. This was football here. Number 19 Kansas lost to number 17 TCU.
That was a good game.
Yeah, I was rooting for Kansas too. I ain't even.
I'm disappointed that Kansas lost. I think they have a really good, thing going there.
I saw the clips from that game and I couldn't recognize Kansas at first because they were wearing red jerseys with white helmets. I was like, wait a second, what?
Now the only thing I can say to Kansas now is please don't, just lose one game and then go downhill from there. Because we see this a lot with teams that, get a little success.
They won 10-9. Kansas has been on the roll. Damn.
Kansas State beat Iowa State 10-9. That seemed like a long, sluggish game.
That seemed like one you're sitting in the stands just drinking beers.
Now, here's an upset. Arizona State, 45. Number 21, Washington, 38.
And if you're asking us to Silvera, he'll tell you he had 35 tackles in the game.
And one water bottle squirt.
And one water bottle squirt.
it got them to win this time.
Right.
Dude, I'm kind of shocked that Washington lost that.
Yeah. Arizona State fired her. I mean, they fired their coach. They got an interim. A lot of interim head coaches won this weekend.
Dude, a lot of those interim. I mean,
they were undefeated.
Nebraska, Georgia Tech, Arizona State. What's up with all these fired coaches and teams start winning?
Wisconsin.
Yeah. All the interim coaches won this week.
Yep. 4-0. And I think they're like 9-5 on the season too. So doing pretty good.
Mississippi State handles Arkansas 40-17.
Mike Leach is a monster.
Now, is it safe to say
KJ Jefferson either? So
yeah, but that team is so Jekyll and Hyde. They show up 1 week and they're gone the next.
Right. No, I understand. I'm just saying that because
really, other than the LSU loss,
this is the real question: is Mississippi State a legit team this year?
Yeah, I think so.
Who did they lose to? Oh, LSU.
LSU.
They lost to LSU.
And they shouldn't have lost that game. They were the better team, and
they
shout out to Josh Pate, but Josh, I'm gonna have to say, you were totally wrong about Arkansas, my guy. you had the expectation for them way too high.
Well, their quarterback got injured. I mean, you can't predict that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another perfect example of that was Penn State last year when their quarterback went down. They fell off the cliff.
Yeah,
but they're a whole lot better now that he's back.
Yeah, they had injuries everywhere too last season, so it was like, I mean, your quarterback goes down and you lose some close games, and it's like, you know, that affects you the rest of the year. But now Penn State's playing really good.
But Penn State got Manny Diaz this year. I mean, come on, they're the best team in the nation.
Their defense is balling.
Yeah, their defense is balling.
Yeah, but it ain't because of Manny.
Manny's unstoppable.
You might be right about that, but I mean, Penn State's got some dogs on that D. But
no, hey, look, you take a mediocre coach and you give him really good players, and you give him a head coach that knows what he's doing, that's going to keep him in check. They'll look all right.
At some point, the Miami fan base has got to realize that maybe they just don't know what the fuck they're talking about, because Dan Enos looks pretty fucking good too.
I was just going to say that too. I was like, everybody trashed Enos, and he's had a top 20 offense ever since he left. I mean, the guy obviously knows how to coach football. So
yeah, Miami doesn't need a recruiter; they need a coach.
No, Clemson got to play.
All right, so to wrap up the top 25 games, we got Cincinnati that beat South Florida 28-24.
Damn it, Jeff Scott.
I guess it was Cincinnati lucky day. They scored 7 points in every quarter. 7-7.
That game shouldn't have been that close.
Cincinnati got exposed last year.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look into the ACC, the other matchups that are not ranked. See what the results of those were. North Carolina beats Miami, of course. We talked about that one. We talked about Clemson, Boston College. We talked about those. Okay, here we go. Louisville versus Virginia, 34-17.
They didn't even have Malik Cunningham. Virginia's terrible.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, as of right now, Virginia is 0-3 in ACC play. Virginia Tech loses to Pitt, 45-29.
You see Pitt's running back ran for 300 yards and 6 touchdowns? Is he Abanikanda?
Does that mean next week all running backs are going to run for 15, 4, 7, and whatever the hell else that we ran? Because we can't run for shit.
Yeah, well,
I think
I can relate
if
to
Pitt
that.
running back can eat like that, I'm pretty sure Henry Parrish might get some, as long as the O-line.
I don't know.
Look what we just did against North Carolina. Everybody said North Carolina had a horrible defense, blah, blah, blah. Tyler had a good day passing, but our running game, our top running back ran for 19 yards.
Yeah, but they did also say that North Carolina passing defense sucked.
It also doesn't help when you're down to your third string center and your second string right guard.
Yeah, they lost a lot of linemen.
I mean, and that's why I agreed with Jordan about that Florida State game. They had some injuries on that line that really worried me.
Yep.
All right, so we'll see what we can do against Virginia this upcoming week. But Georgia Tech overtime beats Duke 23-20.
Georgia Tech almost lost that. Well, I mean, props to them, but like they were up like 20-6 in the fourth quarter, and Duke came back.
Georgia Tech is 2-1 in ACC play right now. Beats both Duke and Pitt.
Yeah. So who finishes with more ACC wins? Brent Key or Mario Cristobal?
That's
probably
a good question.
Mario.
That's a good question. I'll take these games one by one.
That is a good question.
I'll have to tell you.
I do gotta say though, poor Duke started off 3-0, and they got themselves a little bit of hope.
Yeah, that's a shame. And Georgia Tech has a legit shot to win the Coastal. That's so crazy.
Yeah, I agree. Liberty City, boy. We definitely need some more recruiting class.
Yeah, we do.
We need Mario to get his guys up in here because.
No,
I mean, one thing I can say though, the recruits so far, they said they're locked in because they see the bigger picture. Whatever Mario's telling them and selling them, they're buying.
Until they come to Death Valley and they see a real football team, and then they're like,
here's the question though: is Mario even going to get is Mario going to get the chance to get all of his recruits in there? Because I mean, looking at some of these comment sections during the game, like Coach Coop's comment section, they ready to fire everybody.
Yeah, but Mario's going to have at least 5 years before they would even entertain letting him go.
I have an over-under of 2.5 years.
Most of the guys that want to fire all the coaches as soon as they lose a game or two are the guys that go into the toilet room and sits on the toilet and pee. Most of them just comes on here and type emotional shit online.
I never met a message board that got a coach fired, so I ain't worried about it too much.
Trust me, the video is coming up.
I wonder about that legitly. I mean, they wouldn't if it wasn't for the fan base, they never would have hired more.
It's too much money it's because of who they got that took over as far as the administration went, as far as the big time donors go, when the Moss brothers, when Ruiz and all those guys from Columbus kind of gained control of the BOT and such. That's what got Mario in.
Normally,
well, I get that, but what I'm saying is message boards got Manny hired.
No.
Normally I would do the message board. I'll do the message board reaction videos and just put them out there. Tomorrow I'm actually do it live.
Matthew
all
Walker
the bad messages that the fans just put out,
but he never made the
instead of
playoff.
like just making a video, I'm just gonna do it live. Just pop up all the comments so everybody can see it live. I don't feel like recording it. So we can talk about the fans and what they're putting on the boards tomorrow live.
All right.
There's a couple in there. Fire Gattis is definitely one.
Oh yeah.
He ain't going nowhere until the end of the season.
I literally had somebody tell me that Josh Gattis is the reason we lost that game, and I'm like, he put up almost 550 yards of offense.
He opened up the offense. They did a lot more rush. They did a lot more up tempo and a lot more spread stuff. He knew that he had to change it.
I just want to ask him, how many passes did Gattis run a route and drop?
0, sir.
Yeah, how many fumbles did he have? Because last I checked, we're at the second game in a row now. Rooster fumbled the ball.
That was a horrible
at a crucial time.
Yeah.
All right. So yesterday's.
Now I'm definitely one to I don't want to say give players an excuse, but I mean, is that because Rooster hasn't been consistently playing? I mean, he's still only been healthy for like 3 games out of this year.
I don't know. All I can say is, look, your job is to hold the ball, man. If you can't hold the ball,
agree.
you don't deserve to be on the field.
Right. Yeah, you can't
sound
make
like,
a fumble.
Can I say it sounds like Jalen Miro there?
Oh yeah.
How many times did he fumble the ball yesterday? Like 4 times?
3 or 4. He got stripped 3 or 4 times.
I don't think Rooster's that bad.
No, he ain't that bad.
Yeah, but he's not the quarterback. He doesn't hold the ball for 70% of the game either. So big difference.
All right, so let's talk about the Florida Gators, the only unranked opponent matchup or whatever yesterday. Florida versus Missouri. Florida escapes with a struggle win, 24-17. Missouri's running back could have literally had whatever he wanted. Does anybody see Florida doing anything big this year other than winning 6 games?
No. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they figured out what they're doing on offense, because it's like just watching them, it's like there's no.
I mean, they're 4-2 right now. You're saying that Florida's only going to win 2 more games the rest of the year?
Well, I had Florida
pull up their schedule.
I had Florida losing to Tennessee, losing to Kentucky. I got them still losing to Georgia.
But I'm just saying, right now they're 4-2, and you think they're going to win 2 more games or no?
Well, T2I doesn't have Florida State winning another game this year.
Yeah, but he's just trolling the hell out of them. Yeah. There's a difference.
They no different in this one. They ain't winning no games. They ain't winning no more games for the season either.
All right.
LSU, that's a loss. Georgia, that's a loss. Texas A&M loss. South Carolina looked good. That's a loss. Oh, they'll beat Vanderbilt. I'm sorry.
South Carolina. That win was. And listen, I get
South
I'm a Clemson guy.
Lose.
I get I'm a Clemson guy, and I'm supposed to hate him, but seriously, that win was fraudulent. They did, they beat Kentucky without their starting quarterback. And they still didn't win convincingly.
They still gonna beat Florida.
They could. They beat them last year.
We know they'll beat Miami.
There's your next wins right there. Vanderbilt and possibly Florida State. Possibly Florida State.
Dude, what
y'all ain't got
happened? I mean, I get that they ended up winning the game, but what the hell was Ole Miss's problem?
Yeah, they were kind of on the struggle bus for a minute, but they came out at halftime and blew them out. So
Yeah,
I don't think
Ole Miss might be a great contender. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm giving them Vanderbilt. That's it. I'm just giving them Vanderbilt.
How are they one dimensional?
I mean,
I
really,
think
they lean. I mean, as much as Miami fans cry about it, they're run heavy.
Time out. Vanderbilt's at home. This might be a 50-50 game.
Oh, shit.
50-50 game.
Uh-oh.
Stop it.
You got to watch out for them bad Tennessee teams.
I'm going to say it now. They're going to lose to LSU. They're going to lose to Georgia. They're going to lose to Texas A&M. They're going to lose to South Carolina. They're going to beat Vanderbilt. And then Florida State, it's a win or loss. I can't determine yet which one I hate the most.
No, both teams lose that game.
I wish. If I could go gather all 7 Dragon Balls and make that wish,
and then
I would.
UCF wins the Florida Cup.
Yep.
Every
We know
single
you
season
would.
from here on out.
We can't
Every
help
single
from
season
Miami.
from
You
here
can't
on
find a
out.
win on Miami schedule. We know you can't find a win on Miami schedule. So you got to take
can't
for
find a
Florida
win.
down, Paul.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I can't.
We know we can't find one of y'all.
Miami's going to lose.
We know we can't find one on Miami schedule.
And Florida's going to lose to UCF in the Garden Bowl.
I just can't find a win. I'm sorry. I tried.
Just stop it, boy.
I gave you Vanderbilt.
All right, T2Y, you think Miami's going to make it to 6
I
wins
can't
this
even
year?
give y'all Georgia Tech.
We're
No,
gonna
you
beat
can't.
Virginia Tech. We're gonna beat Duke. We're gonna beat Georgia Tech.
Why are you saying that so
Stop
certain? Why are you saying that so certain?
Because that's just how Miami fans
Because
talk.
I can feel it, man. I can feel it.
No, you're feeling something else.
His troll game is strong.
I'm not saying you will, but I'm like, those aren't gimme games. You gotta show up for those.
I can feel
They don't have a gimme game on their schedule.
No, not really.
We thought Middle Tennessee was a gimme. They proved that wrong.
Well, Virginia's probably a gimme. Virginia's awful.
I mean, I do
No,
think that we
can't
proved
even give them that one.
I do think they proved this week that Middle Tennessee game was an anomaly.
Well, I mean, I think we all kind of knew Miami isn't like they're not that bad. But
Yes, they are, Jordan. Stop
the quality of the team is, but that's still a horrible loss, and that means they're capable of playing really, really awful. And if they repeat that performance, they're gonna lose to Georgia Tech or Duke or Virginia Tech or Virginia.
We're not losing to none of them. We're gonna beat Virginia. We're gonna beat Duke. We're gonna beat Georgia Tech, and we're gonna beat Virginia Tech. Those are 4 guaranteed wins.
Virginia's offense has been horrible. Watch them play Miami and put
those
up
are
500
4 guaranteed
wins. They play Miami.
Yeah, they're gonna get right against Miami.
And we're gonna beat Florida State too. And
no, y'all damn sure they do.
So we just gonna hope we don't get mollywopped.
You just gonna pray.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
You gotta pray for no injuries. That's like when you guys play Clemson. That's about the best you're going.
I'm not gonna lie. There is some merit to saying that by the time Florida State hits Georgia Tech, they may be so depressed that they do show up like Miami did against Middle Tennessee and just give that game up.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see how Mike Norvell's culture, if his culture is really like that. Because if they lose to Clemson this week, that's a 3-game losing streak, and then
it's gonna be back to fire Mike Norvell.
Right now, Miami is number 43 in scoring defense in the nation.
Now, here's a possibly good game that nobody watched. Oregon State versus
that was a crazy ending.
Nobody watched that.
That was a good game. That was a good game.
And I went to bed on that game, man.
Yeah, Oregon State came all the way back. That was a good game. Oh hell! And we get something.
Hey, you want to hear something funny? You know who's number 2 in the nation in total defense?
James Madison.
The mighty James Madison.
Yeah.
All right.
They're killing it right now.
They've covered every game this year.
If we didn't give up 5,000 yards to Wake Forest in week 1, we'd probably be up there too. We have the best run defense, we have the best run defense in the Power 5 second in college football behind James Madison.
Right,
college football is
James Madison's just that good.
Friday night, you had Nebraska with a 1-point win against Rutgers. 14-13. What else game we had?
Where do y'all find those stats at, bro?
NCAA.com, NCAA.com stats football. Looking at the NCAA site right now. Miami's ranked 59th in total defense. God damn. Jesus.
All right, so you got Purdue versus Maryland. Purdue pulls it off, 2-point win, 31-29. Did anybody watch that?
I saw some of it, but
I saw some of it.
It looks like Maryland brought back those old ugly looking jerseys.
Oh, the helmets that they wear? Yeah.
They've always had those. They've had those for a while.
Jeez.
Oh, Wisconsin
That's
with
the
a
Maryland flag.
Ooh, 42-7
Okay.
on Northwestern.
All of a sudden, you fire Paul Christ, and now Wisconsin has an offense.
And this seems like a battle of the kickers. 9-6. Illinois beat Iowa.
Hire a good coach.
Illinois had
A good special team coach, you said?
Cooper Cup.
Touchdown Rams.
Say that again, Berger. That sounded good.
It said touchdown Rams. Cooper Cup.
So Minnesota
You hear that, Mr. Cowboy?
Yeah.
What's the score, Berger?
It's 9-9 right now. They're going for the extra point in a second.
So the Rams going to be leading now.
Oh, Cooper Cup just blurred it for like 70.
Okay. It sounds good now.
That was a
Dude, that's kind
what?
of hard to believe.
That's 75 yards.
SEC teams have worse defense than fucking Minnesota, James Madison.
Yeah, but you can't look at it like that because you're looking at competition, who they're playing, and I mean it's a total. You give Minnesota, James Madison, Alabama schedule or something like that, it's a totally different stat line. I mean everything gets skewed completely in that regard.
Now I know we all was busy yesterday, had our own thing going, but I need some of y'all to be real considerate. If you know a Texas fan, reach out to him. Reach out to him. Tell all the Texas fans out there, reach out to them and tell them to be merciful onto the Oklahoma fans, because I know they're gonna get them.
I can imagine what their message boards are like right now.
So why you missed it? They gave it to him last night on Twitter.
49-0. Man.
Oklahoma fans won't even come out.
Is this the worst whooping this rivalry has ever seen?
That I've ever seen, yeah.
It's the worst one since '65.
It's the worst for Oklahoma since the 80s.
Oklahoma still owns the largest margin of victory at 50-0.
Yeah, but yeah.
Man,
that was a couple years ago.
The Dabo coaching tree ain't doing too hot this year. Nope, that's tough.
Well, Ohio State has the number 7 defense in the country.
Well, I think that's because I think too many people were expecting too much out of Brent Venables. He's got a lack of talent there.
Yeah. He doesn't have his guys in yet.
He don't have his guys in yet. They gotta wait.
I mean, because they had no defensive talent, and most of the offensive talent
Exactly.
left Lincoln Riley.
All right, let's go into let's go into week 7. Let's go into week 7. Let's predict some of these matchups. All right, so first up on the list this Thursday night, you got Baylor versus West Virginia. Baylor is the favorite, 3.5 point. West Virginia is at home in Morgantown. Who you guys going with?
I take Baylor.
Yeah, I'd probably take Baylor by that many points.
Yeah, I'll definitely take Baylor by the 3.5.
As much crap as Baylor's caught, I think they're still a whole lot better than West Virginia.
All right, so Baylor it is. You got Oklahoma versus Kansas. Oklahoma is the favorite. They are at home by 7 points.
They just lost. Didn't Oklahoma just lose 3 straight or something like that?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna bank on the fact they're not gonna lose another one, so I'm gonna take Oklahoma in an upset.
I'm gonna take Oklahoma also. Well, it's not an upset. They're favored by 7.
Yeah, but I mean they're not doing good, so to me it's still an upset. But I'll take Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Oklahoma.
Tennessee has the number one offense.
Yeah, and Ohio State's number 2.
Yeah. Georgia's number 4.
I'm here to tell you right
TCC.
now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care. Don't care.
Why are you doing?
Wow.
We don't care.
All right.
Let me tell you, we don't care.
Why is Oklahoma favored in this game?
Because it's Oklahoma.
I hate when he does that jump.
I think that lost Kansas take. I think they're just gonna keep going downhill. I see it happening too much.
See, the problem I have with this game is that Kansas actually competed against TCU. Oklahoma didn't, and Oklahoma's still favored.
All right.
Hey, T2I, let me ask you a quick question. You think Oklahoma's going to win another game this year?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they will.
Okay. I figured they were on
not Florida. They're not Florida.
All right.
Florida.
Okay. I just didn't know if you were trolling them hard too or not.
They're not Miami. We gonna win. We gonna win this week.
I forgot Jalen Daniels. That's Kansas's quarterback. He's hurt.
All right, so Texas
What
is a
time already,
14-point favorite. Texas is a 14-point favorite against Iowa State at home. Who you guys taking?
Sounds like a trap game.
Take Texas.
Yeah.
Texas.
I was going to like dig his own grave.
Texas with
Quinn Ewers tore up again.
Yeah, I'm taking Texas too.
Iowa State covers the
I
spread.
don't think they're gonna beat
They gonna win.
Yeah. Texas with Quinn Ewers is a top 10, top 15 team.
All right, so we have to talk Oklahoma State versus TCU.
Woo!
Ooh.
I'll take Okie State.
No, baby.
TCU is at home.
Uh-oh, Dallas.
Half-point favorite.
Oh, Dallas just got a touchdown. Dallas Cowboys.
Cowboys. Stampede.
Sorry.
Yeah, y'all defense.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care. We don't care.
That sounds like a lot of copium, T2Y.
Sounds like salt.
A lot of copium.
Let's go into the Big 10. Let's go into the Big 10.
They not no Super Bowl champs no more. Yeah.
Let's go into the matchups for the Big 10 now. This probably be game of the week. This one will probably be the game of the week. Penn State versus Michigan. Michigan is at home in Ann Arbor.
Take Michigan.
Michigan by 21.
Woo!
Dude, I don't know. Michigan was driving the struggle bus against Indiana.
I'm rolling with my dog Danny Miaz. I'm going with Penn State on this one for the upset.
Nope.
Michigan either wins by 21 or Penn State wins outright. So I'm going with Michigan 21
I'm going
points.
with Manny Diaz in this game with 2 turnover chains.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. Because them Michigan fans were real salty this morning when Clemson jumped them. So
I'm going Penn State with the upset. Hold on, Michigan.
Wait. Clemson's number 4 now?
yeah,
I'm taking Penn
Oh wow,
State.
they put us back number 4.
I'm taking.
we're the only. Clemson's the only team in the country with 2 top 15 wins. So
I know, you just know how they do us, man. They always.
I'm taking Penn State for the win.
No.
All right, you got Illinois. They're ranked for the first time, 5-1 versus Minnesota. Minnesota they're the favorite in this one, 3.5 points.
No, Minnesota got the number 1 defense in the nation, so just for that alone, I'm taking Minnesota.
it's gonna be an ugly game.
Minnesota by 10 points.
Yeah, that's
It's gonna
actually
be a slugfest. I don't know though, because is there Minnesota's running back Ibrahim? Is he back?
I have no idea.
He's really good.
Man, fuck that. I'm taking Illinois. Illinois with the upset.
It's not an upset. They're red.
Illinois can't put up points. I'm taking Minnesota. All right, Maryland versus Indiana.
Gotta go with Enos.
Maryland.
Enos.
Enos let me down last week, but I'm still gonna take Maryland.
I don't got a word that rhymes with Enos, but I'm just taking Enos.
Yeah.
All righty. Michigan State versus Wisconsin.
Two disappointments.
Wisconsin.
Take
I'm taking
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's a 5.5-point favorite. Michigan State is at home.
Michigan State's been horrible. Like they took a massive step back.
How about them Cowboys?
You know what? I'm gonna take Michigan State. I think Mel Tucker gonna bounce back this week. I'm going with Michigan State. I'm taking for the win by 3 points. Nebraska versus Purdue. Purdue is 11.5-point favorite
in this game.
I'll take Purdue.
Purdue doesn't go up against the team.
I'm taking Purdue.
Purdue's about to light them up.
Campbell is going to the Super Bowl.
Now Purdue is 11.5-point favorite. Purdue is at home, so yeah, I'm gonna roll with Purdue.
Damn, that's a big stadium. Holy
Purdue
cow.
Purdue gonna throw it all over the field.
All right, so let's go to the Pac-12. Let's go to the Pac-12. Colorado versus Cal. Colorado is 0-5 on the season.
Colorado is horrible. Colorado might be the worst Power 5 team. They probably are the worst Power 5 team.
Yeah, I go with California by default.
Yeah, Cal isn't great, but Colorado is awful.
Oh, that was holding right there. They didn't call that? Damn.
I've watched a couple of Colorado games, and that's like
from scratch. This is awful.
That's got to be the worst team one of the worst teams I've ever seen. I'm not even
They're playing like a D2 team.
I'm not even exaggerating.
Anybody in the Big Sky could beat them.
You look at them and they all look undersized. Like it looks like a JV. They look like a JV team.
Yeah.
Arizona versus Washington.
It's like Cumberland when Georgia Tech played them back in 1919.
Yeah.
Washington is a 15.5-point favorite. They're at home against Arizona. Who you guys got?
Man, Washington coming off a disappointing loss, upset. I think they're gonna bounce back.
Yeah, I'll take Washington.
I got Washington, but Arizona covered the spread.
I got it.
Arizona's been playing decent. They've been battling hard in their games. They've been competitive.
Yeah, I think Arizona covered the spread. I still take Washington for the win. Oh, Stanford versus Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, Stanford's horrible.
Yeah.
So Notre Dame is a 15.5-point favorite. I'm taking Notre Dame for the win. I'm not taking Notre Dame to cover that spread.
I think Notre Dame's going to blow them out.
Yeah,
here's another top 25 matchup. USC versus Utah.
USC.
I would bet on that game now before the line changes.
I'm
going Utah.
Yeah, Utah.
Yeah.
Utah struggle with teams that got athleticism.
Lincoln Riley's for real, man.
If you want to bet Utah, I'd wait. I think the line's going to come down.
Oh, yeah.
I think money will come in on USC.
All right, so battle of the 4 and 2s. You got Oregon State versus Washington State.
Take Oregon State.
Oregon State at home, 3.5 favorite.
I don't know who was.
I'm taking the Beavers.
Overtime.
I'd flip a coin on that one.
If I try to pick Miami.
Oregon State is the favorite, so I'm gonna take Oregon State. All right, that's the Pac-12. Let's go to the second best conference in the country, the SEC.
Stop the cap.
First game up, you got Auburn versus Ole Miss. Ole Miss at home, 15.5-point favorite.
Ole Miss all day.
It's not going to be close.
Lane train.
So Lane's gonna move up to 7-0.
Choo.
Auburn better fire Brian Harsin while they still have the chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Ole Miss on that one too.
Yeah, they better.
Georgia versus Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
Georgia at home, 38-point favorite.
Give me Vandy with the upset.
You know what? I'm just going to say it. Georgia wins, but Vandy covers the spread. I don't think Georgia shows up to this game.
Yeah, I think Georgia's going to struggle.
Yeah, Georgia's not going to.
I'll just take Georgia for the win, but I'm not sure if they're going to cover that.
I mean, there's no value touching that spread. Maybe I'd play the point total over that.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it.
All right, so probably the probably one of the best games going into this week. Number 3, Alabama versus Tennessee. Alabama is a 7.5-point favorite at Tennessee. Over and under is at 65.5. I'm taking Tennessee for the upset.
Taking Tennessee for the upset.
I'm
taking Tennessee for the upset.
If Bryce Young ain't back, yeah.
Tennessee walks over Alabama if Bryce Young isn't back.
I got Brown walking over, but they may win.
I don't think they walk over us, but they'll get a win.
No,
wait. Whoa.
Tennessee can't blow them out.
Did the Alabama guy just predict a loss for Alabama?
I think I just heard that.
Hey, he's not Peanut, so
Peanut, where you at, Peanut? Come on, Peanut.
I mean, I'm being honest. We will lose. We will lose if Bryce Young's not playing the game. I'm saying it.
Peanut, where you at?
Honest.
Peanut, where you at, Peanut?
I don't think we win the game if we don't have Bryce.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I think it'll still be close regardless. I think it'll be close even if
it'll be close, but they're not going to win.
Yeah, I think
because Bryce is the best fucking quarterback. Whether y'all believe that or not is my opinion, but he's the best quarterback in college football, and it shows.
I wouldn't argue too hard. Since you got Tennessee losing this game, winning this game. What's your score prediction?
If Bryce not playing, they probably win by 10.
Put a number on it, like 24-14.
Nah, this is gonna be like.
I say
24-34.
Maybe I'm gonna go 20. No, I'm gonna go 30-37. I'm gonna go 37-30. Tennessee gets the win.
I got 45-42 Tennessee.
What?
Yeah, this game's going to be a shootout. I can smell it.
I think Bama's defense is going to get more stops than that.
Yeah, Bama's defense is good.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Tennessee 29, Alabama 21.
I'm just picking Tennessee to win. I don't know what the score is going to be, but I don't think it's going to be that high.
Tennessee going to win by 8 because they're going to try to make sure that if Alabama scores, they got to go for 2. I'm going to roll with that.
What's the over-under on it? I can't see it from where I'm at.
65.5.
I would take the under.
Yeah, I'm going to roll with
Tennessee. Y'all going to be disappointed.
All right, so you got BYU versus Arkansas. BYU is a 2.5-point favorite at home.
So BYU.
I'm taking Arkansas. I'm taking Arkansas.
I think
they'll march in there and beat them.
Yep. I think this will BYU crumbles.
BYU is bringing Ty Detmer out of retirement. He's going to light him up.
All right, so how many home games do Florida have? God dang it. Florida's at home against LSU. Florida is a 3-point favorite. LSU come to town, get the win. I'm taking LSU by 30.
Yeah, I'll take Florida.
Man, you better stop it.
Honestly, none of these teams deserve to win, but I'm going to have to take LSU by 1 point.
I'm going to give you the stats right now.
Overtime.
Anthony Richardson going to throw 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions.
Man, stop.
Damn.
Okay.
Stop the count.
How many interceptions he threw last game?
Just 1. It wasn't even his fault.
How many touchdowns he threw?
He threw 1.
Okay,
we won.
So he's liable to throw an interception in every game.
That's fine. But guess what?
I see LSU stopping him from running because I seen LSU was able to stop Florida State.
Nobody stopped him from running but Billy. That's the only person stopping from running.
I got LSU by 30. You can't change my mind.
We know. We know you do. That ain't nothing new.
And 30 might be too low.
Yo,
yeah, if he was playing Miami. If he was playing Miami, it will.
If Florida
if they were playing Miami, it will.
If Florida played Miami next week,
Man, we will blow y'all out, man. Get out of here.
Miami would win.
Y'all will not win. Get out of here.
Okay,
Hold up, bro. Can't breathe, bro. No, it's not no okay. Yeah, y'all horrible.
Hang on.
Out of here.
Hang on.
Hang on.
Hang on. I was with you for a second. I was, because LSU's a terrible team, so I ain't with T2I on that. But you are smoking dope and dog food if you think that terrible-ass Florida team would come out there and blow out Miami. Stop it.
Man, we'll beat y'all, man. We not stirring y'all.
No, you said come out
I
and
ain't gonna say
blow
we'll
them
blow
out.
you out.
Crazy. That's what you
we'll
said.
Beat y'all. I give you that.
We play Florida tomorrow. We will beat.
Because he always trolling. I gotta say it to him like that. But you, yeah, we'll win.
We will
I
beat
give you
the
side, more realistic.
If we play Florida tomorrow, we would beat them.
Man, T2I, you just beat out,
bro. You gotta believe in your Gators, bro. It's all right, BB.
Oh, I do, and they can't change my mind. We'll beat them. I ain't screaming that part.
Hey,
I got 30. Later points.
BB, I got a bet for you. When Miami and Florida play in a couple years, if Miami comes to the Swamp and wins, you got to stop liking all them pictures on Twitter.
Nah. You can't tell them that, Slim, because then they ain't gonna see nothing on my timeline. All right. So Mississippi State versus Kentucky. Mississippi State is a 6-point favorite. Kentucky's at home.
Taking Mississippi State all day long.
Yeah, Mississippi State
all
by
day.
14+.
Mississippi State by.
I want to take Mississippi State.
I believe in the Pirates.
I will.
I don't know. I don't know which one's going to show up.
I don't care.
And I bet the over.
Mississippi State's been pretty consistent this year, honestly.
Captain Jack Sparrow for the win.
Mississippi State looks good.
Mississippi State could honestly cover the over by themselves.
After watching Kentucky lose to South Carolina, I got to go with Mississippi State.
Mississippi. I mean,
they didn't have Levin, though.
Yeah, that was without Will Levis.
Now, will they have him in this game?
You can't look at it like that.
Probably.
I don't know.
Not.
I don't know.
As of right now,
doesn't he have a concussion? Or usually he's.
I think that was it. Yeah.
Yeah,
he got a concussion.
Yeah, we don't need him out there doing them gangsta like Tua, so I'm going with this.
Wow, you a hater, bro. I can't believe you do Florida like that.
Bro, I'm not hating on Florida. I'm not hating on Florida. I'm just telling y'all the truth.
So you really think LSU gonna beat them by 30?
No.
All right. Honestly.
But as long as he makes you feel bad, that's all that matters.
I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on this game. Plain and simple. LSU is gonna win this game. They're not gonna beat them by 30. They're gonna beat them by 40.
That's why you can't take 40.
This is next level. This is next level hating. I love it.
Why you can't take?
Find out how much he believes in that.
And if you ask me about this game again tomorrow, I'm gonna say
you'll be 50.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
If you ask me how much LSU beat them by tomorrow, I'm gonna say 45-47.
No,
5 points.
God dang, boy.
Now let's go to the best conference in the country. Let's go on over to the ACC. And see
the Rams just got a fake for a first down. That was sick play.
Man, you better stop.
USA owns Miami.
I am right now.
Look at him there, hooker.
It's the best conference in the country, but not because of Miami. That's for sure.
Look at that. The punter just threw a pass and got a first down. That's embarrassing.
Conference USA currently owns Miami right now.
Miami's a 7.5 point favorite against Virginia Tech.
Why?
Virginia Tech wins.
Because Virginia Tech's almost as bad as Virginia.
They're honestly the same. I can't wait to see who wins that.
At home.
Virginia Tech pulls some bullshit out their ass and they win.
This is a 12:30 game too, by the way, so it's an early
Jordan,
game.
we already know who's going to win that because Virginia can't seem to beat them.
That's true. But it'll still be fun in a sick sort of way just to watch two terrible
I'm
teams.
taking Miami by a touchdown. I think Miami.
Yeah, Miami will cover that
definitely taking Miami. We'll definitely win this game.
I'm taking Miami, but I ain't confident about it.
I am.
If Miami loses this game, I will not predict another Miami win for the rest of the season.
That's the spirit.
I'm confident on it because I saw them make changes. I saw them make changes offensively and defensively, and Virginia Tech is absolutely abysmal.
Yeah.
Well, I want to agree with you, and I'm not going to say you're wrong because I saw them make changes last game, but I'm just, I don't know. My head's just like, okay, but
It's battered hurricane syndrome. I get it.
Oh, yeah, for real. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, see, you have to figure Jordan's only heard about it because most of his life Clemson's been above average.
I mean,
damn, how he's guy's not 12.
All right, here's what
I guess. I mean, we've been okay.
Here's what you guys do.
Okay.
They won 10 games for 11 years straight.
Yeah, no, that's true.
But I remember before that. I remember the Tommy Bowden days.
Yeah, when you were still in Pampers.
Put your score predictions in the chat. Miami versus Virginia Tech. Put your score predictions in the chat.
Virginia Tech 40, Miami 3.
Ouchie.
Miami. Yeah. give me.
I'm going to say.
Give me Miami 37. Virginia Tech 20.
I got 31-21 Miami.
I don't think Virginia Tech's going to score that much.
I'm just throwing.
As pessimistic as you want to be, they just held a top 5 offense in the nation to 2 field goals and a half of football.
Yeah.
Are you talking about VT?
No, North Carolina. They only gave up 2 field goals in the second half. That's a top 5 offense in the nation. That was literally Drake. That was the worst game Drake Mays played this year.
Yeah, but did Miami play up to North Carolina's level, or did North Carolina play down to our level?
There you go,
bro. I guess if you're looking pessimistic, you can look at it that.
I'm just trying because like the same thing can be said for the Texas A&M game. You know, did we play up to A&M or did they play down to us?
I think that's a valid question. But I think it remains to be seen. I don't think you can really answer that yet.
Right. So that's why I'm where I'm at with this game. It's like I don't know.
It depends if you're a glass half full or half empty type person.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm just no idea.
No matter which kind of person you are, it's still just subjective.
Bro, you need to have faith in your team. Miami, man, y'all need to have faith.
You see Miami play?
No. I have faith in my wallet.
And then y'all wonder why I say Florida's gonna lose by 45 points.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to make
it going to be on Saturday. Miami ain't ready for the cold.
All right, so you got another matchup here
in Florida, man.
Syracuse versus North Carolina State.
Take NC State.
Syracuse is a 5-point favorite.
Yep. Taking NC State.
Well, isn't Syracuse? I'm about to say, isn't Syracuse still undefeated?
Yeah, they are.
They're 5-0, and they're at home. I'm going with Syracuse.
There you go.
Syracuse.
I mean, my head says NC State, but I want Syracuse to win it.
Right.
Devin Leary's hurt.
After watching how they played against Florida State,
Devin Leary is hurt.
Well, yeah, that's the question. How healthy is Devin Leary going to be?
Devin Leary
let's just keep in mind now. NC State did win, but Florida State is a dumpster fire. So I'm rolling with Syracuse.
You rolling with Syracuse? What?
I didn't think about it. Jordan brings up a good point. How healthy is Devin Leary going to be playing?
I mean, I think he's going in. I think his initial tests were negative, and he's going in for an MRI. So,
Syracuse.
A lot of quarterbacks hurt.
Taking Syracuse because NC State backup quarterback can't complete a pass to save his life.
Which makes it even funnier that Florida State lost that game.
Exactly.
Well, they
They
didn't.
were up
Well,
17-3 at half and lost to a backup quarterback.
I mean, they didn't really ask him to throw a bunch of passes, though. I mean, at one point they ran like 13 straight rush plays.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of Florida State, Florida State will be at home against Clemson. Clemson is a 4-point favorite. I believe that the guys in Vegas really took a
I don't
dump
think that's
on
right.
took
Everywhere I've
a
looked,
big
Clemson's
dump.
7.5.
That's wrong.
Clemson is
took a
like
big
7.5.
By at least 10.
Now, the people in Vegas took a big dump on top of Clemson's forehead because obviously they don't believe in him.
No, it's just.
When have they ever believed in
It's a road game.
Look, if win in Tallahassee, Clemson should have absolutely no problem.
They now in my Dabo Sweeney mode.
Like
They
Clemson
always
by
underestimating
21,
us. We
wrap it
got to
up.
go out there and show them who we are.
Little old Royal Boys. Yep.
I think Clemson's gonna roll in this one.
They don't believe in us, guys.
But we
I think Clemson gonna beat them by. Clemson gonna beat them by 21.
I'd say by at least 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
I won't say
as
20.
bad as I would want to say Florida State for the upset, I can't lie to myself. Clemson by 30.
We gotta come out.
Now, I do want to know what was up with like the first half of that Boston College game. I'm surprised that margin wasn't bigger.
They just
I
played
mean,
us tough.
the spread was 20.5. We won by 28.
Okay, but I'm specifically asking. I'm specifically asking about you riding the struggle bus in the first half.
They were just playing us tough.
I mean, it was I mean, BC came out fired up. It was the red bandana game, and Clemson was coming off of 2, back-to-back, important division games. That was just they just came out slow. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, they woke up in the second half and took care of business. Yeah.
But we can't do it against Florida State, though. We got to come out like we did second half. Because a lot of these teams got a target on our back.
So based on the games I've seen, Miami should get a win this week. Florida and Florida State should lose by 30.
Start the cat, TTY.
Well, I do agree that Florida State's going to – who's Florida playing this week? LSU?
Yeah, LSU by 30.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. If I'm betting an amount of money that matters to me, I think LSU is terrible.
I'm taking
I know I like you too, Slim. I know you're realistic. You ain't like TTY. You so biased.
Next week, when we talking about this, and damn, LSU walked through them. Everybody gonna say how much it is.
Now, BB,
I don't think so.
Remember that
Go ahead,
I said, remember what you just said when I spent the entire offseason roasting the Gators before 24.
Oh yeah, I know you do.
I can't take LSU over Florida. I mean, I know Florida not that great of a team, but I just feel like Florida are gonna have like the running game is gonna be good, and I just feel like Anthony Richardson
Now that being said, BB, I don't think this is a guaranteed win for Florida.
Oh, I don't either. I don't say that, man.
Florida will never.
I think it's going to be close.
I'm gonna say this now.
Yeah, it's gonna be very close.
Florida will never win another game unless they start Lingard.
Man, you better stop. Why you want Lingard out there so bad?
He doesn't. It's a joke.
Lingard. Man, who is Lingard? Let me check this dude out right quick. Let me look him up.
You don't even know that Lorenzo Lingard is a former 5-star recruit that came to Miami and didn't do nothing, transferred after 1 or 2 years, and ended up in Florida and been riding the bench ever since.
Sounds like Frank Wilson until a couple weeks ago.
Well, no, I mean, Lingard looked good, and then he got hurt, and then he thought he was ready to go, and the coaching staff didn't.
But I mean, regardless of the particulars, it just played out that way, and then he ended up in Florida, and he's been riding the bench ever since.
Now he did legit, like when he got hurt, he tore all 3 ligaments in his knee.
I'm sure he did.
I found him. Let me see here. Let me check his stats.
You don't find nothing there.
He doesn't have any.
He got like 20
He
yards.
had 5 attempts for 45 yards and 1 touchdown. He averages 9 yards a game.
Right. Well, no, he averages when he had that one game. He hasn't played in any other game.
Nope. Those yards and those stats came from Eastern Washington in garbage time.
One game. That's what I just said.
In garbage time. So don't let them stats fool you.
But
Is he a
don't
good
start
running
with
back or
Montreal
no?
or Eastern.
No,
Or
he's
Lakeland.
not.
When it comes to real
he's not
opponents, he's
good.
averaging 0-0-0.
He has a running style that's way too upright. He doesn't know how to like crouch down and get into his run, so he runs like it's kind of like the old style Eric Dickerson kind of thing. The only difference is Eric Dickerson is a whole. Eric Dickerson was a whole lot better.
Pick on him. Is that why y'all pick on him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is pick on him.
All
Yeah,
right,
it's a joke, man.
Last Power 5 game, you got North Carolina versus Duke.
Give me North Carolina and the
North
points.
Carolina is a 7-point favorite.
Yeah, I think Drake May is going to come back to this game. He's going to light Duke up.
Yeah, I'll take North Carolina also.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dang. I wish Miami would have beat North Carolina, though. That would have been been pretty good.
I'm going with Duke for the upset. Forget it.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, if Miami wouldn't have threw an interception, they could have tied the game with that field goal. Boy, it would have been probably a good game at the end.
Hey, T2Y, by any chance, are you betting for real? Like, are you on a betting card or anything like that? Betting any of these games or no?
Hell no.
Oh, hell no.
I was gonna say because you must hate money, man. Goddamn.
How much have you lost this season, T2I?
Well,
I've lost a bit.
I only do parlays, so I bet like $5 for 10 games.
Yeah. I bet a few.
Payout be like $3,000.
I'm in a few pools at work. I've been getting my ass kicked left and right. I can't win nothing.
Yeah, this season is.
I didn't know you could bet $5. I didn't know you could bet $5. And
yeah.
So if you win, like how much you get back? Double or what?
It depends on the pool you're in. Like the pool that I was in a suicide pool. You bet it was $20 to get in, and at the end of the season, if you win, you can win something like $2,000.
Damn. Okay.
Ooh.
But I'm already out. I lost in the first week.
You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pull up the little betting website, whatever.
Oh.
And y'all gonna help me fill out this pen card.
What site you going to?
If you find James Madison, just bet James Madison.
BetNow.eu. Shout out to Uncle Lou.
BetNow is a good betting site.
I don't think I can bet from Florida on the online bets. I don't know if I can bet from Florida.
Yeah, you can.
You can. It's legal in certain states.
It shows up on your bank account as something different.
Well, you can only do it from certain states, and I do believe Florida's one.
Well, you could.
Yeah, no, I think Florida did pass it. That's correct.
Well, I have Bet Now is not an American site, so
it's a European.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how they can get away with it because it's not an American-based company.
Right. Gotcha. It's not. I understand. It's how the old poker sites used to be that were all based in like the Caribbean and whatnot.
Yeah.
All right, so hold on. Let me put this in the other screen.
The only one I know for a fact you can is Tennessee because I use DraftKings.
Right. Yeah, like I said, I mainly just do pools at work.
All right, so here we go. Sports, make a bet.
Right.
Football. NCAA. Show me the lines.
Show me the money.
All right, so there you have it. First game, Wednesday. You got UL Lafayette versus Marshall.
Sunbelt.
So Marshall is a 7.5 point favorite.
Over
and under is 47. And then you have the straight up money line. Whatever.
I have no idea. I don't even want to begin to try to give you info I know nothing about.
I mean, you don't have to pick it. There's plenty of games to fill out.
Stay away from
the one that you do know, that's the one you bet on.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, you want to. If you're betting real money, you better do some research.
Okay, we all could say Baylor's going to beat West Virginia, right?
What's the point spread?
3.5.
3.5.
I'll take Baylor in the points.
Okay, so boom, Baylor. You could also pick the over and under if you want to. I tend to stay away from that.
What's the over under on it?
54.5.
I'd leave that alone.
Yeah, I'll leave that alone too. Then you got Temple versus Central Florida. Central Florida is a 4-point favorite.
I have no idea.
I bet the over if you're willing to gamble.
See, one of these bad bets could fuck up the whole ticket.
Well, how many teams do you plan on betting? Or like what? How big is your pool going to be? 10?
$5 for like $3,000.
Oh, okay.
So I always pick 10.
Oh, so you pick 10 teams, $5. Okay, I got you.
Okay,
I don't know.
Get this game actually.
What other games? Find something else.
Okay, so you got SMU is an 11-point favorite over Navy. I don't know enough about that. I'm not touching it.
Man, I would take SMU, but 11 points. I don't know. I'll take SMU with the points.
Dude, I don't know.
I think just pick the under. Navy's is going to hog the ball all game.
SMU just got their ass handed to them by UCF.
Yeah, but this is Navy, though.
So what you do is, if you don't really sure, and you just move on to another one.
Yep, I'd move on. Let's see what else you got.
Well, I get it's Navy, but Navy runs that triple option like most of the service academies do.
Yeah.
And it gives people fits that don't see it often.
Yeah.
So you got San Antonio State.
Texas San Antonio.
Versus FIU. They're a 34-point favorite.
See, that's not going to get you anything.
I mean, on a parlay it will, but that point spread is too high for me.
Well, even on a parlay, you got to get some upsets in there to really make it worth your while.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't really think they're gonna beat them by 34, and then
Honestly, I would probably take FIU with the points.
That bad.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stay away from
like
that.
FIU's beyond terrible.
Toledo, Kent State. I don't know enough about neither one of them.
Yeah, let's skip these MAC games.
Alabama, Tennessee. See, that one I'm gonna stay away from.
Mm-hmm.
Even though my mind is telling me that Alabama's gonna win that game. It might be a close one.
What if Tennessee pulled the upset?
Well,
Tennessee's got 7.5 points.
If you pick Tennessee, they don't have to win by 7.5. They just got to win.
Right. Because if they win outright, it don't matter.
Win, or Alabama's got to actually. If Alabama do win, they got to be by less than 7.
Right.
Just pick Tennessee. That's what I would do.
I would go with the Georgia Vanderbilt game instead.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that. I'm gonna stay away from Georgia.
No, pick Tennessee. Pick Tennessee. Do it.
I'm gonna stay away from that. Pick Tennessee on that one. Way too high. Miami by 7.5. I'll take that against Virginia Tech.
I mean, pick Tennessee. You might. Bryce might not play again, so.
You think Miami's going to beat Virginia Tech by 7.5?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
you know what's crazy? Bryce was announced the starter in last night's game, right? And he did not throw one pass.
Right.
So
I'm gonna take Mississippi State.
I don't know why they even announced him the starter. I was stupid.
About 6 points. I'm gonna take North Carolina over Duke. LSU over Florida.
Yeah, I'm
gonna stay away from that one.
No, listen, just don't here's rule number 1 with betting. If you really are gonna I know you said you're only throwing down $5 or whatever it is, that's fine. Don't ever bet with your heart when it comes to money.
Just bet the over on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from the Florida game. I don't trust LSU that much.
I'm about to say you trust that much.
No.
I keep trying to tell y'all, I'm like Peanut. When you put the money on the line, it's a total different ball game.
Yeah, your heart and wallet are 2 different things. Don't do it. All right, now NC State and Syracuse. What is it, Maryland and Indiana? I'll probably take Maryland.
Tell him, BB.
I don't know. Indiana that sounds.
Maryland just sneaky. I don't know. They just came off a upset and a loss too.
All right, so take Indiana plus 10.
I'd be
Wait, I ain't gonna lie with that Maryland Indiana game. I'll take Indiana, bro.
Yeah, Indiana, because they just played Michigan kind of tough. Go with Indiana plus 10.
Yeah, I would have took Indiana over Maryland.
That sounds good.
Yeah, if not, Maryland
We
ain't
ain't
gonna
going
be
to
about
best
that much.
back in the nation.
NC State, Syracuse, I'm gonna stay away from that.
For Syracuse plus 5. Syracuse, what is it? NC State plus 5.5.
I'll take that.
That's interesting.
I'm gonna take Clemson 4.5.
Yeah, that's an easy bet.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's only 4. They're only giving Florida 4 points in that game. I mean, Florida State. Really?
That's why you gotta get it now, because down the line it's gonna change.
Yeah, no, I understand. I'm just surprised that that's what it would open up with. That just seems like a really bad line right there.
Well, I've tended to go with the theory. These people do this shit for a living.
Yeah, no, I get you.
You see James Madison down there? Go ahead and bet James Madison.
I'm gonna take you up on that.
Ohio State's
They
almost
cover the
always a
spread every
lock to
game.
cover the spread too.
Where's Ohio State's game at?
But Ohio State, money wise, you don't really make nothing off of them.
Yeah, but if it's part of a parlay, as long as you get the W, don't you get credit for it?
Yeah, but the more closer the games are, the more the money.
Did y'all hear about the guy week before last had hit 12 teams out of a 13-team parlay and lost on Monday Night Football?
Yeah, that's got to hurt.
And the payout was like $30,000. It was like a $20 bet or something like that. The casino offered him $17,000 to walk away, and he didn't take it.
Wow, that's hard. I would have probably had to take that.
How many
The house always wins.
I would have taken the 17 all day long.
Right?
So
And
far
like I
we
said,
got-
he lost it on Monday Night Football.
Oof.
Boy, he was pissed.
So far, we got 7 games. You got Memphis, East Carolina. Stay away from that.
I mean, Memphis is
Arkansas,
so-so.
BYU.
And, I mean, East Carolina.
I think BYU,
East Carolina gave
Arkansas,
NC State all
I
they
could go
wanted.
either way. I'm gonna stay away from that one.
ECU is a little too inconsistent.
I'm
for me.
definitely taking New Mexico over New Mexico State.
What's the USC? What's the
I don't know
USC?
now. Teach you why that New Mexico State might beat them now.
New Mexico State been getting their ass handed to them the whole year.
Horse crap. No, I'd skip this game.
What's the USC Utah line?
I bet it against New Mexico every time, and every time I won.
It's only 3.5.
They are terrible.
No, look at USC Utah. It's 3.5.
It's your money, so I'm not going to
But
judge.
I'm gonna stay away from those games like that, where either one of them could win. I stay away from them.
Yeah.
That's
You see
exactly
the-
what that New Mexico State game is.
Do you see they're giving USC 3.5 against Utah?
Yep.
That's the game you need to bet on.
Right. I'd take USC in that all day long.
What if Utah pull that upset though?
Well, what if I hit 6 numbers in the lottery? I mean, you know.
I mean, it's whatever.
I'm gonna take USC on that. That's a
Well,
good
I
call.
mean, it doesn't matter if you do because I got the winning Powerball ticket. sitting
Oh,
on my
exactly.
table.
Right. I forgot about that. My bad.
All right, so you got Ole Miss, Auburn.
Just bet Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Right now.
You'll take Ole Miss for the win.
There is no way in hell Auburn covers the spread.
I'm gonna come back to that one.
Even
Oklahoma,
after as bad
Kansas.
as Ole Miss looked against Vandy, you don't think they can cover that spread?
I like the Texas Iowa State game.
Let me ask you a question. Who you?
Ole Miss or Auburn?
Who's better, Auburn or Vandy?
Take Texas over Iowa State.
Auburn ain't even finna come close.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Ole Miss would be the better team.
Texas Iowa State 14 points. I think Texas covers.
I don't know. Iowa State's scary.
Nah.
Hey, but what Texas
I
did,
don't.
I mean,
I don't like Texas after a big emotional win like that.
Yeah, that's a trap game waiting to happen.
It's in Texas. I think they're gonna smoke them.
All right, I'm gonna try to pick a short thing. Nevada over Hawaii. Hawaii's been getting their ass handed to them.
Yeah, Hawaii ain't nobody.
No way Nevada
But
can't
you know
come
what?
4 points.
But you know what? They're in Hawaii, so they don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna take Nevada over Hawaii.
Got a point.
That should be
What about
10
Notre
games.
Dame and Stanford?
Okay, so we had 10 games. Make that a parlay.
You said Notre Dame and Stanford?
Now let's risk $5.
Take Tennessee with a $5, man.
Basically, with all this, $5 would win $3,143.80.
So do we all get a cut of that if we send you $1 a piece?
I send you $10 a piece.
What I would do, I wouldn't put you guys in on this one. I'll just open up another one and put the same thing.
That's cool. I'm just teasing.
I don't like
Take
those.
your money.
Oh,
God.
With $6,000 if you win.
So you can make it. You can make as many as you want, as many cards as you want.
I mean, throw you a couple of upsets in there, and you'll watch that number jump. I'm telling you.
Dallas's QB just got decapitated.
The problem is picking them correctly, picking them upset correctly.
Yeah,
that's why it's called gambling, sir.
Yeah, but I'd rather take the short thing.
Look, if you can turn $5 into $3,000, that's not a bad deal. I'll take that.
Let's just say I risk $100. There you go. $62,876.
I would say risk $10 and make yourself happy. $600.
Make yourself an easy $6,000.
$6,287.
There you go. That's a good bet.
Nope, but I'm gonna bet 5.
All right, then bet 5.
Oh, I just looked it up too. That guy that missed on that parlay, he bet a $13.40 bet
Oof.
to win, and almost won $30,000 on it.
All right, so go ahead and save that. That bet is locked in.
I'm with Bergie. I'd have taken that $13.40 and turned it into $17,000
Yep,
all day.
I would have taken that. Oh my God!
I would have took it.
Did he just catch that? They're saying that was a catch.
Nobody knows. They don't know what a catch is in the NFL.
Hold up, let's see where his feet are. Yep, that's a catch. Oh my God, what a catch by Gallup. That was sick. Woof.
All right, so what I'll do next week when we do the show, I'll pull up the ticket.
Or you'll give us a picture of you at Atlantis in the Bahamas.
Well, I don't know if he's going to the Bahamas on $6,000, but
Why? What do you mean? Of course he can. That'd be no problem.
You can pay for somebody's college with that.
Oh yeah. No, you get that for free now. Biden took care of that.
Oh, well, community college.
Yeah, no, Biden, you go to UM for free now.
yeah, right.
Courtesy of Joe Biden.
I'm just going to quit paying my taxes over that shit.
Somewhere.
All right, so there you have it. The pending ticket.
Well, since I didn't go to college, that mean I can just not pay taxes then?
Probably. I have no idea what this country's doing anymore, man. I don't know. I'm not getting into it. I'm gonna stop.
All I'm saying is November can't get here fast enough.
Anyway, 16 wins. Dallas still winning.
Hopefully, I hit this ticket so I can take a trip to Thailand.
Thailand? I'll go to Thailand? What you do with Thailand?
Thailand.
There's a Miami fan that does a traveling YouTube page. He goes to Thailand all the time. He said it's real fucking nice over there.
It is nice over there.
They say the women treat American men real good out there.
Yeah, because it's cheap out there.
You go to Thailand and get a 3-bedroom for $500 a month.
Yep. You can buy mad property out there.
And I'm talking about a condo with pool, with freaking...
Yeah, it's nice. I looked up property up there.
With everything on it.
I got a guy that I work...
Everybody knows T2I wouldn't do that. He'd pull some hangover shit, end up in Bangkok with a face tattoo and a heat sheet.
Hey, I know that y'all probably talked about it, and I know I'm just coming on late, but I'm sorry. I just got to say it. I just got to ask. TTY first. What was your best play in that game, even though we lost?
What? What game?
I'm
The
talking about the
Miami
Miami game. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I know y'all probably talked about it, but I'm coming on late, so I just wanted to ask TTY what was his best play in that game. If you was to take away, the negative and understand, there was some good plays, what is the good play that you liked at TTY in that game?
Lou Headley's punt.
Cody Young.
Cody Young, yeah. Kobe Young.
I like that touchdown catch that Van Dyke threw to Young. Oh, nice.
Yeah. My favorite play was Keontre Smith shutting down that wide receiver, getting that interception.
Okay, that'll work.
The problem is we didn't capitalize.
No, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't capitalize on it, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I mean, I'm kind of like, I just want to say this, and we can go ahead. You can get off of this. I just wanted to say something about the game. I know y'all talked about it, so y'all don't want to talk about it. I just want to say, man, at the end of the day, even though we lost, for some reason, I don't feel that bad about this loss.
Hey, man, they killed me last night for saying that shit.
I told y'all that last night after I came out the stadium. I'm like, I'm not mad. I'm not.
Me and dude were doing Mark Rogers' post-game show, and they killed me last night for saying that exactly.
No, man, forget them, man. The thing is how I feel, man, is like, look, I've been saying it since the beginning, regardless, when we was winning starting the first game. I've been saying that this is the first year for everybody. Like, everybody get their chemistry, everything going. Like, for the people that felt like we was going to be the ones to go to the national championship this year, the playoffs this year, all that stuff. Well, of course, your dreams got shut because y'all was having too high hopes for a team that's starting to get themselves together. And you get what I'm saying? I feel like, ACC, okay, that could probably be talked about. But even then, man, it's how I feel is you can't keep putting too much pressure. They always say never keep your hopes up high about something. Always be prepared for the worst. Pray for the best, but prepare for the worst. That's what some of these people didn't do. They ain't ready for the worst. They was only ready for the best.
Well, and I've been saying it for 5 years, and people still get surprised when it happens. Every time you bring in a new coordinator or a new coach, you're starting back at square one, and people get surprised when we start back at square one every time.
Let me just ask this question. How many coaches came in their first year and just won it all?
Nobody.
That's what I'm saying.
Coaches that are handed an absolutely stacked team.
Yes, okay, but Larry Coker was handed a team, wasn't he?
Yeah. So was Dennis Erickson.
Okay, so there we go. They were handed a team, but if they have to build just like how, don't get me wrong, I feel like Mario was still handed a team, but he was handed a team with, it's whatever, with talent, and we got the talent, but it's still some places that we still need to work on. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, people was knocking Jaleel Skinner, but Jaleel Skinner played great to me last night.
They knocked him for that one drop.
No, then they knocked him for that. Then they knocked him for that thing where he didn't get out of bounds, but he got hit. He was in the air. How he gonna get out of bounds?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I was mad when Jaleel went to.
Well, I also disagreed with the refs when they said that Al Blades wasn't forced out of bounds on that onside kick. He absolutely was.
Yes, he was. He was pushed out.
But okay, he was pushed out, but he ran out of bounds. He took he took like 3-4 steps. He took like 3 or 4 steps once he was out of bounds. Then he came back in for 2 steps, then went back out again, took another 2 or 3 steps, and then touched the ball. So he was out of bounds. He was not in bounds for that play.
If you are forced out of bounds, the rule is you are allowed to make first contact with the ball.
But it was determined that he came back in bounds and then went back out again. So he was out of bounds. It was clear as day. They looked at it. There was really nothing. It was, I don't know. He was clear as day. He was out of bounds.
That would have been an awesome play, bro.
It would have, but he did. But he took 4 steps out of bounds. He took 2 inbounds and then went out of bounds again. At that point, you're out of bounds.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Even when
but the effort from the guy who knocked it back in bounds.
Like he gave a lot of effort, bro. He gave everything he had.
I'm not saying that it wasn't a good play and it wouldn't have been a good play, but he was out of bounds.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just say, well, because it was good effort, they should just give it to him. You can't do that. That's not the way it works.
He was forced out of bounds.
Right, and then came back in, and then he went out again, so that he was out of bounds. That's why the referee stopped, looked at it, and made the determination.
It was the right call.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Regardless, if he did, that would have been the best play of the game.
Oh, when it first happened, I thought he was in, and then when they showed it again, I was like, "Yeah, he was out."
I don't think it was the right call because he had somebody else in his way that forced him back out of bounds.
So this is what they call.
And then he ran back in bounds and went back out again.
No, I'm talking about after he came back in. He had no choice but to go back out of bounds again. So that falls under.
No, nobody touched him at that point. He did that on his own. When he initially got knocked, out of
somebody
bounds,
doesn't have to touch you. Go read the rule.
When
If somebody else's momentum forces you out of bounds,
when he initially got knocked out of bounds, he took 4 steps, came back in bounds for 2 steps, went back out again, and then touched the ball. So he was out of bounds. No, he only got knocked out the first time.
He was out, Slim. And no matter how you cut it, he was out.
Yeah, he was. But the rule is if you're forced out of bounds, you can touch the ball, and he was.
He went back out on his own, though.
Right.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did go out. He did go out on his own, Slim.
Like 3 times.
Everybody saw it.
Yeah, Slim, he did. He's right. He stepped out 3 times. His foot, he got forced out. He came back in 3 times. He stepped like 3 times and then went back out.
And then went back out again.
Hang on. Y'all ain't let me finish my sentence yet. Yes, he was forced out the first time and came back in. Y'all are completely disregarding the second North Carolina player that came running in. No, he didn't touch him, but he was still forced out again.
No, if nobody touches you, you're not forced out. You have to be touched to be forced out.
No, you don't. That's not in the rule.
That's incorrect. That is 100% false.
No, it's not.
100%.
Wait, TTY, I understand they talking. Let them keep talking. Go back up, TTY. I was trying to say that. I was trying to say that and I got kicked out.
Oh, the Texas girls?
No, yeah, go back up. Just right there, just a little, just one picture above them.
No,
I thought I seen the U.
Now.
No, I'm saying I thought I seen the U. I thought they was talking about the U in the picture above them. Yeah, right there. Right there. Yeah, okay. I thought I seen the U. My fault.
They're both nice.
Yeah.
I give them both a 10.
Is this a BB special? Yup, BB.
Yup.
Oh, BB.
I give them both 10.
Everybody shout out to BB. He give us good content on Twitter.
Let me ask y'all this: if Tennessee goes
It just
undefeated,
pops
do
up
they go
randomly
top
in
4?
my feed when I'm in public. I love it. Keep it up.
I can't open up my Twitter in front of my girl because of BB.
Yeah, she gonna smack the back of your head.
Boy, your girl gonna go off on you, TTY.
Okay, I see
She
what you
gonna
like.
She gonna smack the back of your head.
Wait, the Dolphins got beat 40-17.
Hold on, wait, come on now. Everybody calm down. Just calm down
Where
real
the
quick.
Dolphin fans at?
Calm down. All right here. All right here. All right
There ain't
here.
no Dolphins fans.
Yeah, it is right here. All right here.
Bro,
Hey,
y'all gotta be
hey, calm down, everybody. Calm down. We don't got a quarterback. Both of our quarterbacks got hurt. We had to rely on the rookie.
Someone please call 911.
Come on now, calm down, y'all. You know, I know we hurting. I ain't gonna lie, it hurt me. But we lost Teddy Bridgewater and Tua.
Uh-oh.
What happened to Teddy?
Teddy he might got a concussion situation going on.
Now wait a minute. Now I watch a Dolphins podcast every once in a while, and there was a dude on there who was wanting. What's that third stringer's name?
You talking about his Scott? I just seen a Skylar Scott something like that.
Yeah,
but
Skylar Johnson.
yeah, Skylar Johnson. But I mean, when you see him play, just like I watched him today, he's not. You know, he just. You know, I guess because he ain't had no real gameplay. This is like first real gameplay because he was forced out there because Teddy got hurt. I feel like, don't get me wrong, I feel like he could come out and he could do something later on. But I want to be real with you. Ever since Teddy got hurt and ever since Tua got hurt, how I feel. Yeah, the Dolphins. If we don't, I don't know. I don't know what to say about our season this year with the quarterback situation.
All I'm saying is I know there were some Dolphins fans that wanted Skyler to play.
Now.
I mean, but don't get it twisted now. It ain't like this quarterback don't got help. We got Tyreek Hill out there, Jaden Waddle out there. We got running backs that'll do something. So hey, we just gonna see how the season goes.
Y'all see this the shit I was talking about. Look at that.
That there was like 5 of those where a blitzer came in untouched.
Yeah, the offensive line, yeah. But y'all forgot, man, we lost 2 offensive linemen back to back now.
Well, that offensive line was bad before we lost the 2.
Yeah.
Not really now. That offensive line let TVD throw for almost 400-500 yards now.
Dude, he did it with somebody in his face literally one of those touchdowns he threw off his back foot with somebody in his grill.
Oh, I remember that when he threw it to the end zone when they already caught him. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Because there was one drop. There was one, and props to TVD for throwing it. He threw that ball as he was falling down backwards right to Jaleel Skinner and Jaleel.
And it was still accurate. Put it like that.
It was.
And that ball still. Hey, but I want to say this: can we stop? Everybody stop dogging TVD now. That man played his heart out yesterday, man.
That ain't gonna happen. Give that up. That ain't gonna happen.
All I'm saying is he played his heart out yesterday, and I feel like he looked like the old TVD like last year, like we was having.
Man, I was watching Coach Coops chat. They were in there hollering that he still needed to be benched. We'd have won that game if Jake played.
Yeah, man. I remember people was hollering. Fired Josh Gattis over a play, but I remember the play wasn't on Josh Gattis. It was because the other people didn't execute.
Well,
there's 2 touchdowns.
There's a whole lot of Miami fans that say nothing is the player's fault; it's all the coach's fault.
Yeah, or like that one play, the defensive play where we gave up 2 touchdowns because of Cam Kitchen being out of place. If you go look at the 2 touchdowns, Cam Kitchen was out of place.
No, it was even beyond out of place. Cam Kitchens didn't pick up his man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because they went back and showed it on the replay because they were in zone coverage when Stevens gave him up like he was supposed to and stayed in zone. Kitchens didn't.
Is there somebody in the window?
No, I'm saying, yeah, there's somebody in the window. I was saying beautiful T2Y. It's a beautiful. I like the grass in the background. I like the little grass in the window. It looked real good, like a beautiful building.
I thought it was a face in the window right there. My bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, technically, it is a face on the window right now. Nah, man, but hey, I feel like, man, I ain't gonna lie. Yesterday with that game, even though we lost, it actually gave me better hope for the rest of the season.
Let's hope so.
Ooh.
Ouchie.
Wow. Oh.
Hey, y'all seen that Deion Sanders thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody seen that? Yeah, the coach even called him out y'all seen the interview of the coach, the Alabama State coach? He said he won't Deion Sanders them for homecoming next year.
Did they stop it?
Well, hell, I mean, see, that's the thing with Deion. Deion's getting into it with everybody because he got into it with Eddie George too.
Yeah,
Eddie George is the
bullied
coach.
That boy through the whole sideline.
Eddie George is a coach at Tennessee State, and they play a game.
Why they all jumping that man, bro? Damn.
You didn't see what he did?
Fuck off.
Look what
did he hit the quarterback? Hey, play it again. I didn't see what he did.
Hit number 3. Get your ass out of here.
Damn.
Damn.
Holy shit. He hit his ass.
Yeah, but I want to let you know on them type of plays right there where the quarterback is sliding down and you got a defender already launching at him, do you really call that a late hit?
Bro, if we lose to Virginia Tech, bro, I'm going to be mad, bro.
Oh, Pitt did they behind and.
Dude, that running back set a school record for rush yards in a single game.
Look at this offensive line. They just got pushed all to the side.
Man, is that boy the Pitt running back? What's his name? Muhammad or something like that? Is that who?
What's this about? These quarterback coaches that they showing.
This is Miami for the last 20 years. They says if you go through change in 20 years of slow decline due to lack of knowledge or per neglect basically this is what happened to your program.
Hey, I might get eaten up for this, but I just want to let you know what my theory is with the Mark Richt situation. I feel like Mark Richt should have hired an OC. We kept Manny Diaz as a defensive coordinator, but Mark Richt is the head coach.
They said if y'all want first year glory, real
Mark
bad,
Richt is suffering a disease right now that let's just be happy that he's doing what he's doing because he did the right thing of walking away from being a coach.
I absolutely think. Yeah, a lot of people said, "Oh, Mark Richt was forced out." I don't believe that in the least bit. I think he knew he had it back then, and that's why he retired.
What does he have?
Parkinson's.
Yeah, he had Parkinson's. That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
Oh,
and don't forget, he had a heart attack like 6 months after he retired.
Yeah, that is right. Remember, because he was on the All ACC show, he wasn't on the show for a couple of times because he had a heart attack.
Like a lot of people keep talking about how bad Lee Corso's looking on game day. Dude, it's sad to see the way Mark Richt is sitting up there.
Yeah, he's it doesn't look right. He looks like
Lee Corso, don't get me wrong, that's a legend. He just need to retire now.
That was the last play of the game right there, TTY.
Yeah, I mean, Lee Corso is 87 years old.
You know, at some point it's going to catch up to you.
Yep.
Georgia Tech says.
And I absolutely think that's why they're bringing in Pat McAfee. I think that's who's going to take his
place.
What
up, Alakazam?
McAfee's really good.
I like McAfee. He is funny.
The Tennessee was undefeated.
I just got that. Hey, TTY, I got a question.
Hold on. Alakazam. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Alakazam action.
No, I was just saying, if Tennessee remains undefeated, they go in the top 4 and skip over.
No, because Tennessee's not going to be undefeated. No,
I'm saying if they do,
if they do, they'll have a win over what? Kentucky,
3 top 14.
Kentucky, Georgia.
Well, I mean, at that point, Clemson would still be in it because they would have 2 wins over Bama because they got to play Bama in the regular season and the SEC championship.
I mean, if Kentucky keep winning, they're gonna jump Clemson, but Clemson will still be in the top 4.
That's all I was asking. Sorry, you guys go ahead.
Man, turn that shit off.
But Tennessee, absolutely. Tennessee's not beating. Tennessee's not beating Alabama.
Hey, we got a Cowboys fan in here.
How you let a Seminole sack you? How you let a Seminole sack your quarterback? That wasn't pass interference? I meant roughing the passer.
Hey, I understand. Hey, I got a question. I understand that he's a Florida State person and we ain't with. I understand he was Florida State person and we ain't the Florida State. You know, most of us ain't Florida State. We don't go for him. But y'all don't think Jalen Ramsey one of the top 5 corners in the nation?
Let me tell you something.
Play for my team.
Let me tell you something.
TTY can't answer it because he played for your team, TTY.
Let me tell you something. When it comes to the NFL, I don't give a fuck because Derek Brooks is one of the best linebackers ever, and I'll take him on my team any day.
Can I tell you the upcoming corner? Upcoming corner
from Miami.
Who?
Earl Little Jr. He from Miami.
Oh, Earl Little Jr. He ain't in the NFL yet.
No,
he's just going into college. He's
I don't even think Earl Little Jr. got play time yet.
He's a freshman. I don't think he's gonna. I think he's redshirting this year.
He's not playing until next year.
Go back.
Oh no, wait, yeah, heck yeah, go back, heck yeah.
Can't spend too much time on it. YouTube will flag it.
No, just go 5 seconds.
They ain't flagging
5 seconds.
Yeah, trust me, they will. It's a lot of cleavage.
Man, YouTube lame. They always try to kick somebody off.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I feel like the upcoming top shutdown corner that's coming up, that boy Sauce Gardner, man.
Yeah, Sauce Gardner, we couldn't even throw on that, him and that other dude when we played Cincinnati last year. Their secondary was locked.
Yeah, man.
Sauce
Gardner, man.
is a really good cornerback, man. He probably one of the best.
Look at my boy Barrios.
We ain't gotta show this. We ain't gotta show this.
That's a hurricane right there, man.
Oh, my fault. I'm saying the legends about Barrios.
Yeah, my dog put the final touching on that ass.
Yeah, Barrios had a solid TD right there.
Did he dye his hair?
Yes.
Oh.
My dog
I ain't gonna lie. I would love Barrios to come to Miami.
He don't want to lose.
We winning now. Come on now. We only 3-2.
The scoreboard said otherwise. 40-17. You don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Y'all had a promising season too.
I mean,
Wait,
that's
what?
only because our quarterback. We lost two good quarterbacks.
That's crazy. Since 2007, Tennessee versus top 10 opponents, 0-33.
What? Not even one?
Not one.
Hey, it looked like this year gonna be that year.
I've been telling y'all, as much as we've been crying, we ain't had the problems that some teams have had.
And their biggest problem has been Alabama.
Well, see, they play Bama, Georgia, and Florida every year, and they're
right.
like
07, they
3-32 against them in the last
07,
15
they lost
years.
to Florida and LSU. 08, they lost to Florida, Georgia, Alabama. 09, they lost to Florida, Alabama. 2010, they lost to Oregon, Florida, Alabama. 11, they lost to LSU, Alabama, Arkansas. Then 12, they lost to Georgia and Alabama. 13, Oregon, Georgia, and Alabama, and Missouri, and Auburn. God dang, 13 was a hell of a year for them. 14, they lost to Oklahoma, Ole Miss, and Alabama. 15, Alabama. 16, Texas A&M, Alabama. Dang, Alabama been their kryptonite. 17, Georgia, Alabama. 18, Georgia, Alabama. 19, Florida, Georgia, Alabama. Alabama has been their kryptonite, so we'll see.
Hell, they went 2 years without winning an SEC game.
Wow. So Tennessee fans, if y'all get this win, man, it'll be a big one.
It ain't happening.
It'll be a big one. There you go. They said not surprised. Oh, everybody picked the Jets anyway. Who the one that picked whoever this guy is? Sam picked the Dolphins to win today.
Hey, T2, why you ain't watching your game right now?
Bro, I don't care about NFL during regular season.
1910 Dallas.
During the regular
I just want to talk John T2 because you always getting on my Dolphins, man.
Yeah, I don't care about the NFL in the regular season. I just won a Super Bowl, bro. I got a reset button for 10 years.
Okay.
My Lakers won in 2020. I got a reset button on that for 10 years.
Yeah, that don't count.
What the hell is going on? This shit looks so wrong in all kind of ways.
Wow. It do look wrong. That look real wrong. The stuff that people post up on the internet.
now, granted that he probably rubbing his thigh or whatever. It still looks that anger.
That's what he said. I'm rubbing his thigh.
Yeah.
Okay. Teacher, why you be lit a little bit on your Twitter, boy?
I ain't do that. Who did that?
That's BB again.
Whoever throw K5 the damn ball. That's who did that.
Oh, I thought it was BB again.
BB is the main suspect. He's not the only one. See, there go another one.
Hey, y'all don't. Oh my goodness. Hey, y'all don't watch that.
Throw K5 the damn ball. That's who did this one.
What kind of rug is that on the wall?
Ain't that like grass? That's some grass. What
is that on the wall? Wait, T2Y, you got to see that. We're looking at the thing on the wall. What is that? What's wrong with her leg?
Grass?
What is wrong with her leg?
It must be what?
See, that's Photoshop. Look at her leg. That's all messed up. That ain't real.
And you know what's crazy? That they can Photoshop and make themselves look thicker these days.
They can Photoshop anything.
Uh-oh. See, that's why you don't brag too much, Florida State fans. Florida State 4-0. Gators and Hurricanes 2-2. Florida State, the best team and head coach in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
2 weeks later. I might know of it right now. Get them out of time.
For real.
So this is what they call roughing the passer.
That's roughing the passer?
He's got the ball.
They call roughing the passer.
It's only Tom Brady. It's because it's Tom Brady, man.
They really called that roughing the passer?
Hey, man, you know how many times they call roughing the passer even when Tom Brady was at the Patriots, they called roughing the passer on him. If you put your finger on him, you got roughing the passer.
I'm sorry. So
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't no Tom Brady fan, man.
What is it? How dare Miami fans enter my mention?
Since 27-17.
No, this is the Florida guy.
Oh.
He's talking trash.
I ain't gonna lie, that night end fumble really messed us up.
Of course it did.
Because that would change the momentum. It's kind of like the Texas A&M. It's kind of like the Texas A&M game where Stevenson dropped the ball, and ever since then we weren't able to get ourselves back up.
What the hell just happened?
What happened? Hold on. I gotta see. Oh, he got slammed on his head.
Threw him on
he got slammed on his head. When you watch it again, his whole head went on the ground. Like he got slammed on his head.
So crap. See, I'm trying not to get copyrighted by the NFL. Yo, hurry up.
Yeah, they need to hurry up. Yeah, he got slammed on his head. Watch. Right there. Here you go.
Ooh.
Fire.
And
it ain't funny, but still. He got slammed on his head. Yeah.
Is this a BB classic?
BB. What BB at?
You gonna come right behind you, see?
I can hang out with BB, boy. He love females, boy. I love it too.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Hey, let me ask y'all, do y'all eat a whole lobster or just the lobster tail?
Seafood nasty in general.
You eat the claws.
First of all,
you eat the two big claws, and you eat
seafood
the tail.
is the best. Seafood is the best.
I can't eat shellfish. My bad. I can't eat shellfish. I can eat
Okay, but I'm saying, so T2Y, would you eat a whole lobster or just the tail?
You eat the tail and you eat the claws.
Yeah, because that's all I eat is the tail. I love lobster tail, man.
Yeah, it's not to me. It's way overpriced for what you get. You get a tiny little bit, and I ain't paying for that.
Hey T2Y, your Twitter a little overwhelming for me.
I'm telling you, all you got to do is just follow BB.
Boy, BB be having your Twitter lit.
Oh, I gotta watch this tonight.
Yeah, I gotta watch. Oh, that's tonight.
Hey, so that show real good. I hear everybody talking about it. I never watched it.
Yeah, it is. It's really good.
If you haven't watched Game of Thrones, you're not gonna get it.
Oh well, I don't even watch Game of Thrones like that either. Yeah, so
the Ring of Power is good too. The one that does the Lord of the Rings, that one's also really good.
Yeah, man.
I never really watched the Lord of the Rings.
Hey, y'all know that? You know that show on Apple TV? C, the show C.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Huh?
That's a good show. I watched that.
Yeah, I watched that. I watched C.
I don't watch Apple TV.
With Jason Momoa.
I got it free through T-Mobile. That's how.
Oh, that's the one with the blind guy. I know what you're talking about, but no, I haven't seen it.
It's the whole community's blind, like the whole world blind.
I know what you're talking about, but no, I haven't seen it. That's fake. That ain't real. Look at her hips. That ain't real.
Hey, I need to keep him on so he can let me know what female fake or real, boy.
You can look at that and see that ain't real. There's no way in hell that's real. It looks like
you can tell.
You know what's funny though? She is real. I follow her on Instagram.
I'm sure she's real, but that picture ain't real.
No, that picture's real. That's how she
it's real fake. No.
Hey, you forgot, BB.
I'm not saying she didn't get any work done, but you know.
No, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say, hey man, she might have got work done. That's why she looked like that.
That is disproportionate. That ain't real.
Hey, you know how many people look off of sync? You know how many females look off sync? The thigh to ass ratio.
No, the reason I say it's real because I've seen her in actual videos.
All right.
I wouldn't go off any pictures on any females on here because they all do their filters and shit.
Hey, T2Y, I want to ask you this question. So we had Ruben Bain and all them other recruits at the game yesterday. Do you think even though we lost, they still look like they can, because there's some boys that'll come in and be like, you know what? I seen that y'all lost this game, but I'm going to come in. Because think about it. Leonard Taylor did it. James Williams did it. Cal Kicker did it.
They all been saying that. They even been putting it publicly on Twitter.
Yeah, there was nothing about that game to dissuade anybody. The Canes came back. They showed heart. They didn't just fold and die. So I don't see anything.
That's what I wanted to ask. Do you think that them boys still would keep us in their top, top whatever?
Well, I think the ones that committed should still want to be committed.
They say they committed. They already know they're going to come in here and be the difference maker.
Let's just hope, for the rest of the season that we don't implode. But other than that, we should be all right.
The ones that's not committed or the ones that we should worry about, like with games?
I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't worry about the ones that's committed because I'm gonna be real with you. Them boys, I've been watching their things and I've been looking at their stuff. They actually down with the Canes regardless, man. I'm talking about the ones we trying to get to commit.
Yeah, well, it depends. I mean, if they are they the kind of kids that are sold to a school because they like the school, or are they sold to a school because what have you done for me? I
feel like out of all, Ruben Bain gonna commit to us.
Damn, bro, this is a sad picture.
I mean, I don't know why you keep TTY. TTY, man, come on now.
What is that?
No, I'm gonna defend my Dolphins now. Come on now.
I hope they had something better planned after that game.
Hey man, come on now. Don't talk about the Dolphins, man. We going through some things right now, man.
Well, number 3?
They're missing two, so that's a big thing.
This is somebody's the transfer portal.
Oh, I was about to say, I was like,
he
damn.
just put out his own top 25. He put y'all in there number 3. Put Georgia at 4. Damn.
Georgia at 4? Sure.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, who's that?
4
Clemson in there. Clemson, Miami. Okay.
Clemson, Miami, Florida State, LSU, Alabama.
That's the Clemson log right there.
Oh, Fegan.
Yeah.
Who is he?
He actually he has I think he has a couple crystal balls for Clemson. So.
Is he the DN, defensive end we was looking at?
Nah, he's just he's a DB.
Oh, that's Fegan. I know about Fegan.
Yeah, we're gonna take him.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. We got a little crystal ball, not a crystal ball, but we on his behind too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, if we start doing better this year and our wide receivers step up and look good and then look like we got wide receiver play, we snatching Brandon Ennis from Ohio State.
I don't know about that.
I'm trying to tell you.
I don't know about that.
I'm trying to tell you. Hey, just know I said it tonight. If we do it, that's all I'm saying.
All right, I don't see it, but okay.
I don't see it either.
It's either Brendan Ennis gonna come to us, or we snatching Hakeem Williams. We flipping Hakeem Williams.
Hakeem Williams is more of a flip than Brandon Ennis.
Yeah.
Hakeem was at the game. He was at the game yesterday.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm big on Hakeem Williams. I really wanted Hakeem Williams. I wanted Brandon Ennis too. Them two wide receivers alone, I wanted them. Everybody wanted Andy Jean and all them. I want Brandon Ennis and Hakeem Williams.
I just want to beat Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn about the offseason until the offseason gets here, man.
No, I was just saying.
No, I get it. I understand. I'm not ragging you. I'm just saying it's like I do this every year, and I'm just tired of trying to foresee what's going to happen later on. I just want to win next week because right now we just lost 3 straight. And even if you are a recruit, even if you are a recruit that's looking at us and you're sold at 3 straight is 3 straight, and that'll make anybody go, I don't know. So we can't afford to go 4 straight and still think, the recruits still like us, and because at some point you keep losing, them recruits ain't gonna like what they like.
No, trust me, I agree with you 100%. I was just talking about the recruits, man. I want,
I hear you.
And but when it comes down to Virginia Tech, I'm all with Virginia Tech. I don't feel like we're gonna lose that game, even in Blacksburg.
I hope not. That's gonna suck if we do.
Yo, what up, y'all?
Buddy should have went to church, bro. That's what this is the reason y'all lost right here. Buddy said.
What game was that?
The Jets versus Dolphins.
Oh my God! Wait, but that's how long before the game? Because there was a lot of people at that game.
Yeah, I'm about to say that game was packed. T2Y.
That boy said he skipped church to go to the game. He the reason.
Well, he must have been there. He must have been there before the game.
Yeah, that's some dude that snuck in the stadium at 4 a.m. sitting there going, "Look, the stadium's empty."
Yeah, because hey, T2, if you go back and look at that game, them stadiums was packed.
Yeah, there was a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all did score.
Boy, they showing a lot of Miami Dolphins stuff, ain't they?
Like, a lot of Miami Hurricane fans are Dolphin fans, so that's all they do is like Dolphin stuff.
I was gonna say, this is when the Dolphins still had it relatively close, and then they just lost it in the second half, and it just pulled away.
Yeah, I remember that. It's because of quarterback play, man. I'm just letting you know. I feel like this year, if we got to make Tua, if Tua has to retire this year because of his injuries, we gonna have to go into the draft.
I don't think he's gonna. I mean, I'd be shocked, but I don't think he's gonna retire.
They saying it's because of injury. His injury is real bad, man.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, that boy Njoku, boy. Oh no, I thought this.
In every game, okay?
No, that was Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp. Hey, can I tell y'all something? David Njoku gonna go in the Hall of Fame real soon.
What do you mean real soon?
Not real soon, but he gonna be a top tight end. He gonna be a top tight end in the NFL, man. David Njoku good, man.
He's doing what the hell? What? Hold up! Don't move that. I want to see that again. What the?
Whoa! Boy, you would have missed.
That's crazy.
What happens if the ball slips out?
I know somebody's gonna die, man.
Go the other way.
Oh my god!
Imagine seeing that coming at you at. Oh Lord, that's a wrap.
You wouldn't see that coming at you.
Yeah, that's right. You wouldn't see it.
You would not see that coming. That's too fast, man.
That's instant, man.
Bowling ball's like 8. You figure a bowling ball's what, anywhere from 8 to 16 pounds, depending on what you like to roll. That's a lot of weight, man.
At your head.
Yeah.
Hey, T2Y, I know this off subject, but what's your favorite scary movie?
I don't really like scary movies.
So you ain't a scary movie watcher?
I'll tell you the one scary movie that I can't watch because it scares the hell out of me is The Exorcist, the first one, the original.
I ain't gonna lie, The Exorcist hit me, but you know what's my favorite scary movies? What's some people? You know the husband and wife, man. It's crazy how I can't name it. The husband and
Hills Have Eyes?
No, don't get me wrong. Hills Have Eyes is the junk, but I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the Lorraine family. They did investigations on demons and stuff like.
Oh, I don't know.
You talking about?
You talking about The Conjuring?
Conjuring, yes, The Conjuring. Yeah. Oh my God!
You ever watch The Skeleton Key?
No, I haven't watched that one.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Yeah, I ain't watched Skeleton. Hey, Insidious, The Conjuring, and Annabelle. Annabelle Recreation is my thing.
I don't know. I never watched none of those. I didn't like that stuff.
Hey man,
listen, the devil's inside. That's some scary ass shit.
Oh, that's some crazy junk too. I ain't gonna lie, I watched that one too. Yeah. Or the one that's called As of Above.
As above, so below.
Yeah,
I saw that
too. Yeah,
I saw that in a movie theater. That was all right. Well, I mean, I'm not going to say it was bad, but it was. The story was okay, but I don't know. Just a lot of the movies.
Amityville Horror. That was some scary shit.
Back in the day, that was messed up. That was a messed up movie.
Hey, Lenore said, "Good to know how I know to scare all y'all."
I don't come up with the See, one thing
Lenore, if you don't want to come up and scare me, you might get hurt. Trying to come scare me, bro.
A lot of the movies nowadays, it's not like scary movies like how they used to be back in the day. Like if you remember, like Rosemary's Baby, they're older movies, but those were like horror movies that, they were aimed to try to scare you with the story. Nowadays, everything is like all jump scare orientated, where they're just setting you up, for something to come out from behind, something to scare you real quick. And that's what I don't know. To me, it just doesn't work anymore. So I don't really watch that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, let me ask y'all something. Have y'all ever seen that movie called VHS?
Oh, yes. No. Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Boy, look at him.
Yeah, that joke crazy. It kind of remind me of that one movie. It's called It's called Friended or something.
Yeah.
But since you talking about VHS, it really, honestly, want to be honest with you, they took some of the ideas from what's the movie, The Grudge, where they no, not The Grudge. It wasn't The Grudge. It's called The Ring. The Ring.
Yeah.
Where they watch a video.
Is that the one with the girl that crawls out of the TV?
Yeah, The Ring is the one where the girl come out of TV. Yeah.
You know, now I remember when they spoofed that on like Scary Movie or whatever it was.
Oh my God, that shit was hilarious.
Hey, can I tell y'all, Scary Movie? Look, I know about Scary Movie 3 and 4, but Scary Movie 1 and 2 is just the classic, man.
Oh, they're funny,
yeah, because it had the wins in it, man. They
Scary
weren't in
Movie.
the 3 and 4.
Hey.
They just messed it up.
Hey, my dog got scared and still did what he did to the ghost with a bag over her head.
Oh my God!
Hey, that was the first time. That's the first time they taught us to put a bag over an ugly girl head that got a body.
Well, he was way out. What?
Hey,
I'll tell you what, like a movie that scared me when I was a little kid that I saw it when I was 10 years old. It was back in when it first came out. Was the first Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Friday the 13th. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. They killing it. Since you talking about Friday the 13th, am I the only one? They killing this Michael Myers movie thing.
Yeah, it's dumb. Now I can't watch that stuff.
They doing too much with it. You know they dropping a new one this year.
Yeah, I know. I saw it.
They killing that Michael Myers thing, man.
I like
another movie.
Hold up.
There's another movie you might want to watch called The Collector. It's not the one with Denzel in it or nothing like that. It's one called The Collector where it's crazy. It's like you his house and all this other kind of shit, and he collects certain parts. I believe he collects certain parts of the people or whatever it is or something like that. But that joint is crazy.
Hey, hey, Chris, you ain't hear about that movie called Baba Man?
Baba,
You ain't watch it?
Baba,
It's called Baba Man. Where if you say his name, you know some crazy jump. That jump was crazy.
Oh, it's like Candyman. It's the same thing as like Candyman.
Yeah, it is kind of like that.
All right, so back to back. Man, Twitter trying to get me banned from YouTube.
I was gonna say you switched off of it. I don't know what you were looking at.
I see that first face. I ain't got to see a body. I like what I see.
The one right here is she's showing everything. The nipples out.
Oh, it's a naughty.
Yeah.
No,
and this one right here, she's selling something.
What?
Oh, he's selling the Puma. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we already know what they're selling these days.
I gotta be careful before I stroll by these women now. Okay, at least she covered up.
I ain't gonna lie, man. These days, man. Hey, can we agree? Compared to what we grew up with, it was harder to find, some whatever with women. It's easier to find it now.
Well, because internet wasn't what it was back then. Nowadays, it's a whole different ball game.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. This generation more perverted than we was.
Well, they have access to a lot more stuff.
So old.
Right, but think about it now. Think about what we grew up with, right? You know what I'm saying? We in our 30s, our 40s. You know what I'm saying? We know what the natural body looked like. Yes, they had work and stuff done on certain ones, but it's fairly natural. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you used to have the girl with the pretty face, but it looked like her body looked like soup in a plastic Ziploc bag. You know what I'm saying?
I was early 25 when internet came out the way that everybody knows it now. Back in 1995, that's when the first year.
1995. But my fault, I didn't mean to cut. You said 1995. I was only 5 years old in 1995.
What I'm trying to say is my point is that even before that, we didn't have internet and stuff like that, so it was a lot different. I mean, you still had stuff, but it wasn't like what it is now, where now everything's at your fingertips.
Yeah, everything right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. Everything is right there.
Now imagine if we would have had the technology back then than what we have now.
Hey, TPY, go back up to that tornado. Imagine dealing with that. I ain't gonna lie, that's my fear right there. That's one of my fears.
At least you know when they're coming. Well, I can't say that you don't know.
No, remember what you call it? Somebody said they only get acknowledged like 5 seconds before the 3 minutes before the tornado coming.
That was Slim. That was
Oh, that was
Slim.
Slim. Yeah, what's Slim at? Slim gone?
He lived in Tennessee.
Oh, I ain't know Slim was going. Yes, yeah, Slim. Yeah, man, I can't move out there. No Oklahoma, Kentucky, and all that. I can't move there.
Bro, what the hell is wrong with Kyler Murray, bro?
Did he say? Kingsley said.
Man, really come out here dressed like.
Look like a lion.
The boy looked like he was back in the 80s, 70s.
Why he got on a woman business suit?
No. What he dressed like is how they used to dress in the 70s. Y'all remember
That's
that?
messed up. Yeah.
Nah, yeah, I remember the 70s, but damn, them pants look a little bit too damn tight. Look like
Look at the chat. What Kingsley said. He said, "Only thing that scared me is Thriller. MJ's eyes turning yellow and stuff."
That never. I ain't gonna lie. That ain't never scared me.
You see the third strap? Say one a hit.
What strap?
You know damn well she ain't talking about that weed.
I don't see a strap.
Oh wait, I see Lenore's talking about American Poltergeist. I ain't gonna lie, Lenore's. I seen that movie. That's a good movie.
The original Poltergeist, that was good, but that, even though that was scary, it was still like had some comedy elements to it too. So it wasn't like it was just.
A quick question: Did Florida win yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, they won.
Okay,
Florida won yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Florida won. The only people that lost was Florida State and Miami.
Yeah. And Florida State fans, them jokers on suicide watch, boy. with a winning record.
Hey, while we on a 3-win lose streak, they about to lose next week. No, this week.
I said this. I said 10-2 or 9-3. That's what I said.
Well, it looked like we going 9-3.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I talked to.
We ain't going on 9-3. We're gonna lose to Clemson too.
I called in the coach.
We don't though.
Oh, so you think we 8-4?
We losing to Clemson.
So so we do it always in the T2Y. We do it always in the beginning. So now that we done got done with North Carolina, our first ACC play, we done went through them other games before that. What is your record now?
We are 2-3 right now.
I think Clemson is a definite loss. Everything else is 50-50.
Okay.
Look, I called
what you say about 50-50s is those is losses now, T2Y.
If we win, we win. If we lose, it's I know why we lost.
Yeah, oh my God! I called in the coach show earlier in the season, and I asked him, and I said to him, I said, "Yo, do you think that our team is at least 2 wins better than we were last year, based on the new staff and the additional players from the port?" This is before the season started, and we both said yeah. So I figured we would be at least 9-3. Right now, I don't know if that's going to hold up.
Hey, T2Y, go back up real quick because I thought I seen something about Miami. I thought they was talking about Miami real quick.
Well, one thing about it though,
talking about.
You gotta keep going up.
Yeah, I think I might have something
well,
just keep going up. I saw what he was talking about. It looked like something said Miami across the top.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looked like it said Miami.
No. Oh, there it goes. That's it.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, look at that. Ain't that Miami in the background?
Yeah, that's like Miami in the background.
It is. Look at the sky. Wow. That's a big building.
Skyline right there.
Yeah, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man.
That was a beautiful skyline.
It was. Wow. It was all round.
Hold on. See, you done messed it up already. How the hell is skyline gonna be round? See, you done messed it up.
I just saw round. I don't know.
That boy said the skyline is round.
It was round. That's what I'm saying. I didn't say it had to make sense. I just said it was round. That's all.
Wow. You see how he just pushed them like he weren't nothing? Look at him. Boom.
Yeah, but they lost like 41-9, didn't they?
Hey, that ain't gonna lie. Kobe Young need to be out there. I'm glad you showing that.
He wasn't out there on that final drive. I was like, what the hell is he doing?
Where he been at?
I feel like Kobe Young, look at it. When Kobe Young came out, for 3 consecutive plays, he made every catch.
Because they threw it to him.
Every catch.
Right.
Regardless if he was locked down or not, he made every catch.
Right.
And he like 6'6", 6'7".
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And he's like 200 or something pounds.
But this is the same staff that keeps putting Corey Flagg, Wayman Steed, and DJ Ivey out there to start every game. So what do you expect?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know what it is. It's like I feel like Kobe Young should be a starter. He should just be out there. It's kind of like, you know what whatchamacallit did for us. I understand he ain't do a lot for us, but y'all remember when he caught that ball 2017 against Florida State for us to win that game.
What's his name? Darrell Langham.
Darrell Langham. Yes, it's kind of like that. I feel like Kobe Young will be another Darrell Langham, but he's kind of like a little better than Darrell Langham.
No, Darrell Langham was a lot bigger. He's a lot skinnier. He's taller, but he's a lot skinnier. But yeah, no, I understand your point, though. I'm not knocking that.
Look, we need to put listen.
Okay.
We need to put the right people out there for the right situation. Plain and simple.
Well, this is where Mario's got to earn his money because he's getting paid what he's getting paid. He needs to we can sit there and say we need better personnel and all that stuff, and I get it. We do need better personnel, but you got to use what you have. And right now, it doesn't look like he's using what he has properly. But I'm not the one as a head coach, so I don't know that for sure. But I know what I'm watching.
Yeah, because we're watching and what they're doing are two different things. Okay.
Like I said, when I see them bring out Corey Flagg, Wayman Steed, and DJ Ivey every game to start, I sit there and go, "What?"
So this is my question to every Miami Hurricane fan. This is how I feel, man. Is it this year we should be looking for high hopes, or is it we should just be preparing for next year?
I just think that a lot of people, myself included, really expected a hell of a lot more than what's really there, and really overvalued what we really have.
Exactly.
And it's coming back to bite us in the butt.
Yep. So I feel like we should just be prepared for next year. This year should be a building year, and next year should be that year.
Well, look, you can't look, Mario came in, he got rid of a lot of players, he overhauled the roster a lot. Now, you can't get rid of everybody and just, you can't do that. It's just not the way this sport is built. You can't just replace everybody in 1 year. So he got rid of what he thought he needed to get rid of. He kept what he thought could help him for this year. Next year, we're going to see a lot more changeover as far as personnel goes, and possibly coaching-wise, too. There's a good possibility Steele and Gators might not be here next year. They might be. We don't know yet. But right now, with the players, you can't just get rid of everybody in 1 year. I mean, you got rid of a lot of dudes.
I feel like Steele's going to be here, but Gators might go.
I don't know.
He does. Hell.
I want to tell you yes. I want to tell you no. I don't know.
That boy said that with confidence.
Yeah, I don't know.
If he go, carry his ass up.
Yeah. Hey, but I'm thinking it's just like what Coach Hayes said. But we screaming Gators gotta go. Who's replacing them?
Right.
Well,
and he did make adjustments with that play calling. We can't say that he didn't, because he didn't. TVD did not look the same. Like how he did it to the Tennessee in the beginning, in the first quarter or so. I would say for that first quarter, I would say maybe even half of that first quarter, he looked the same as far as the whole game of Middle Tennessee until he got up out of there. Soon as half of that game, everything switched up tempo, this, that, and the third. I said, I said, there go TVD.
But what about the last three games, right? He was, TVD didn't look right, the plays didn't look right, but yesterday, all of a sudden, with the same players, the same quarterback, it looked way better than what we experienced.
So
that team should have showed out at Texas A&M.
But you know why? But you know why? The reason being is because you were trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. You're not going to be able to do it. You're going to damage the goods, and it's not going to work. Circle is square and square.
This fan base funny as hell.
Well, now that Gattis looks to have changed things up, if the offense looks the way it did yesterday for the next 3 games, and we end up, let's say, going 2-1 over that stretch, then what's the narrative on Gattis? All of a sudden, okay, now he gets it. Now he's doing good. Now he's okay, and we just kind of erase a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
But see, the thing is that. See, let me tell you something. He know the writing on the wall. That man is far from stupid. He knew the writing on the wall. He knew all that. Not because of TVD, but because of what he was calling for TVD. TVD didn't have no choice but to go out there and try to make it work. But when they sat down over that bye week and they went over everything that was working and what wasn't working and what needs to work and how it needs to go, you've seen a difference.
Right, correct. I agree with that. Look, people can say what they want about Gattis, and it's fine, but the man didn't get to where he is in his career by being dumb. You don't get to be an offensive coordinator and
this all I gotta say for the people. This all I gotta say for the people that keep saying fire this and fire that. Well, he ain't the one out there on that field.
Yeah, but it's a combination of both.
I mean, it's a combination. Don't get me wrong. It's a combination of bad calling. But honestly, let's just look at, if we go look at the plays, most of them plays wasn't bad calling. It was just that the players didn't execute.
But there's also bad. Look, it goes like
so we can say the same thing about Kevin Steele. Remember, there were some plays that the defense should have executed, but they weren't in position.
Correct.
Exactly.
You have to it goes both ways. You could call a good game if the people don't produce, then it's not going to work. At the same time, if you got guys that are producing but the play calling's bad, then they're also going to get the same results. So you got to get that combination where everybody's on the same page.
Okay, check this out. My whole thing is this. It goes on players and it goes on coaching. If you have the right players and you have the right people out there on the field, but you are a bad play caller, then that is on you. On the other hand, if you are the type of coach that have good play calling and you're calling great plays, making great schemes to have people in the right position, and they're not in the right position, they need to be held accountable. But as a coach, if they do that more than 2 or 3 times, you need to pull their ass out. I don't care what star they are. I don't care if they twinkle in the sky. You need to sit their ass on the ground, sit their ass on that bench, and let them think about that. Let them be in timeout. Okay.
Look at what Lincoln Riley's doing at USC right now. He's first-year head coach there. He's 5-0. How come it works for him?
But this is my thing, though. This is my thing. Lincoln Riley's not gonna put up with that crap. He ain't put up with it at Oklahoma. He ain't gonna put up with it there because at the end of the day, it's your job on the line.
And let's just say this: Lincoln Riley brought his quarterback that he already been working with him.
But that's what the coach is supposed to do. Right, the coach is supposed to find the right players.
When Mario Cristobal came to Miami, he wasn't working with these quarterbacks. He didn't know how to work with these quarterbacks until he got there.
So you say the coach
already knows how to work. Lincoln Riley already knows how to work with his quarterback because he brought him over from the team that he was with.
So you're saying that the coach did the proper thing in finding the right personnel for what he likes to do.
Say it again.
The coach did the right thing in finding the right personnel for what he likes to do.
Are we talking about Lincoln Riley or Mario Cristobal? I'm not understanding.
We're talking about coaching in general. A coach's job is to find the right personnel to do what you want to do, correct?
Yes, yes. I feel like Lincoln Riley found his right personnel for him.
That's what I said.
But wait, you can't say that Mario Cristobal didn't find it. It's just that how I feel is like, with us, he had to learn a whole team and players that he wasn't around. Like, he had to get to know them. Then he had to bring offensive coordinators to try to get them to understand the players that they are around.
Lincoln Riley is a first-year coach at USC. It's the same scenario. He had to start over and do it his way. He did it his way. I'm not saying that Mario.
Yes, but look, it's like this. It's like this. Look, put it like this. It's like this, man. If I'm trying to do something, or if I'm trying to start a business. And let's say, Chris, I'm just say Chris right now, T2Y, and because we know each other. Like if I'm trying to start a business and I bring T2Y and I say, hey man, I know my business is gonna be run great if I bring T2Y or Chris on. It's kind of like what Lincoln Riley did. He said, I'm gonna bring Caleb Williams over here with me to USC because I know I won't have to struggle with a quarterback, but I know I can make things right. And if I get the offensive coordinator or anything. It's like mostly, hey, I already know how to work my quarterback. If my offensive coordinator don't know how to handle my quarterback, I know how to handle my quarterback. Mario Cristobal came over to a team that he didn't know. Now, you get what I'm saying? He heard about them, he's seen them, but he don't know them. He has to get to know them.
Riley doesn't know. How does Riley know at USC? He's never coached at USC before.
He ain't coached at USC, but he brought a quarterback. Oh man, listen, he brought a quarterback over. He brought a quarterback over that he knows that he could trust. It's like we were saying. It was like what people were blurting out. Do Mario Cristobal or do Josh Gattis really trust TVD? We didn't see that until yesterday.
The question is, do TVD trust them?
Yeah, that's the question too. But hey,
that's the question.
After yesterday, can we say that TVD don't look like how he look, like how he's supposed to look?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. Whenever Lincoln Riley was coming from Oklahoma to USC, he brought the Caleb Williams with him because this is a quarterback that he knows. This is the type of person that he knows how to run his plays, knows how to, you know what I'm saying, that it can fit it comfortably. When it was Mario didn't bring no quarterback with him. I understand what both of y'all are saying, and y'all both making both valid points. But the thing is that it's going to be more of an uphill, I would say, possibly for Mario in a sense, because they have to gel. See, Lincoln Riley and Caleb Williams, they gelled together. They played over there at Oklahoma, so Lincoln Riley was like, "Oh, I'm gone, he gone. Let's go." You know what I'm saying? There was a no-brainer when it came to that, and I get that. But when it also comes to Mario didn't bring these people. Mario didn't bring a quarterback, but he brought some of his personnel that he trusted in order to get these people right. See, he has to learn how to gel with TVD. He has to learn how to gel with Jake Garcia. He has to learn how to gel with Ja'Cory Brown and everybody like that. So in order for him to do that, he has to bring in his right personnel that he trusts to get them right. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to take a little bit for him to do that. But as far as from yesterday, I tell you right now, if we have a performance out of TVD for the rest of these 6 games, 6 or 7 or however many games, and we run the table for this, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised that that basically maybe Gattis might stay, or maybe he won't. My whole thing is this: if that was a test, because I wanted to see if Gattis was going to be stubborn and not change anything, or if he wasn't have something done different. Because my job is on the line.
Because that's what killed Manny last year. If you remember, Manny came in and said, "Oh, I'm going to bring in Shoop and whoever the hell else, T-Rob and all these guys." He said, "Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that," and everybody said, "Oh, they're going to change the defense." And what happened? Manny did the same thing that he always did. He got stubborn. It cost him his job. Everybody left. That whole thing failed.
Because you know what? And I agree.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. T-Rob, to me, I don't feel like T-Rob was a bad hire.
He wasn't a bad hire,
but he got handcuffed. He got completely handcuffed.
I was just about to say that he was handcuffed. Lashley was handcuffed. T-Rob was handcuffed. He critiqued and did everything. They said Manny did the same thing. But did he do it yesterday?
No. Thankfully, hopefully, it looks like they turned it around. But we'll see.
Know what made me? Can I tell y'all what made me feel good? I'm sorry. Out of everything else, I understand we lost, but what made me feel good is we went for it on 4th down, man. We went for it. We went for it, man.
At the end of the game, we did.
Even if we didn't get it, I was just excited that we went for it.
Yeah, but
that's the difference. You're not playing scared no damn more. Stop playing scared.
Yeah, but that one early in the game, I didn't agree with.
Because you look at what North Carolina was doing. They were 4th and 9.
Because Matt got no respect for us.
Still went for it.
None. They had no respect for us. And then that fool that sat up there and was throwing that U down. I'm telling you, I'm getting so tired of losing to them.
He threw the U down. He threw the U down off of a tip pass. It ain't like he did something. You caught a tip pass, so it's like you ain't do nothing. But like I said,
I'm gonna tell you something. The thing that I love the most about it, even though we took the L, was the fight. The way my man Al Blades went out there and tipped that ball. If he would have gotten that, I'm telling you now, we would have won that game.
Yeah, that was a big moment. I thought he was in bounds at first, but then when they showed the replay, I was like, damn it.
No, I'm sorry. What messed us up? It wasn't that. It wasn't the thing. I feel like my thing that felt like what killed our momentum, what stopping us from getting there. I mean, don't get me wrong. After that play, yes, we did fight hard and we still tried to get in the game. But I felt like we would have scored and tied the game up if Knighton didn't fumble that ball.
Right, I seen a little bit of that when I was at but you know what though?
I'm not blaming Knighton. I'm not saying that he a sorry player. I'm not for to be like other Miami Hurricane fans and be like, I'm not for to be like other Miami Hurricanes and be like, oh, Knighton sorry, Knighton ain't here. It's
saying that.
Yeah, I'm saying that Knighton fumbled that ball really messed us up. Everybody has a game like that.
But he's starting to show that this is, I don't want to. I'll try to stay away from saying that it's a pattern. But now it's 2 games in a row where he's done this, and he's got fumbles in the past, and it's like,
Do y'all believe Knighton transfer?
No.
You don't believe Knighton transfer?
No.
Okay.
Not here. All right. So here, let me say this: there's only one scenario where I see. And this goes for all the running backs, not just Knighton. But if they go running back heavy in this upcoming class, then I could possibly see somebody saying, "All right, well, I guess my time is done and I got to bounce."
We got Citizen that's hurt. He coming back. You got Don Chaney that's coming back possibly before the end of the year.
I tell you what, if Citizen doesn't get hurt at the beginning of the season in spring, whatever it was, him and Parrish are running backs right now.
Him and Parrish.
Yep.
I want to know what T2Y laughing at. Let me.
He's reading the FSU board.
Oh.
It's a fuck Norville.
Oh no, he just loading up his ammunition for the board for the video. I'm waiting for it to drop. I already know he doing.
He's
trolling. Hey, T2I gonna drop a video for these similar.
So Buddy says up 2 touchdowns, backup quarterback for NC, complete meltdown by coaches, players just being terrible. No longer a fan of Norville. This is basically whatever. Now the fans come in there and say you're an idiot, laughing my ass off, pathetic. Stop.
You know what would be crazy?
What would be this is a shockingly stupid thing to say.
Hey, what was the score between Florida State and NC State?
It was 19-17.
19-17.
Why? So Florida State dogging their team, but they ain't lose like that.
No, Florida State was up 17-3 and then lost.
The thing is, he didn't really dog them. He just said they was up 2 touchdowns. NC had a backup quarterback because Larry got hurt, and they melted down and basically they lost.
Yeah, but look, if you go on any Hurricanes board on CIS, SOTU, or anything like that, it's all the same stuff.
He said Norvell will win here. He's not good enough on game day. So now they're telling him he's dumb.
There's names in this chat right now that I've seen on the CIS boards and on the SOTU boards that spew out some of the nastiest stuff imaginable. So it's all the same stuff.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to figure out. So if he's no good during game day, then what were the other 4 games that he played? He wasn't good during then either.
Who you talking about, Norval?
Then when you win.
Yeah, your phone's cutting out, man. I don't know. That dude's phone cut out.
Hey, your phone, yeah. If you talking, bro, we can't hear you. No. I wasn't talking. I'm in the
This guy like Norvell, but he sits on leads and just hope times runs out. That's mid-major stuff. Oh, good.
Well, I know right now Mario's sitting on 64 and 63, so I mean, I know, head coaching record based on what he did at FIU for 5 years. People tell me, if you coach at FIU for 5 years, your record would be bad too. He's still 64 and 63, so you got to turn that around.
The reason they going off on him is because he opened up a space and he named it "The loss is worse than JSU."
Nah.
Oh man, I love these Florida State players. They funny as hell.
Oh man! All right, look, I gotta hit it, y'all. I got some stuff I gotta do. It's getting late, but
I'm about to call it a night too.
Yeah, man. I was about to get on too because I need to go get something to eat, man. So go
Y'all
Canes,
have a
man.
good night, man. Catch y'all in a few days, man.
All right, y'all. Go Canes, man. I'll see you T2Y when you go live again.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Everybody. Good night. Take it easy.
All right, man.